Panther Nation, what's good? Welcome back to Two Fans in the Stands. I am your favorite armchair GM, CJ.
And I am your favorite couch scout extraordinaire, Tony. Come on one time. Welcome back.
And say, hey, guess what, Tony?
What's up, cuz?
The Henny and tea in your cup is not the only thing that's back. Football is back, baby. It's training camp. I'm sorry. you know, I had to mess with you from this morning, dog.
Ignorance know no bounds, boy. I tell you, no bounds.
Hey, especially right here.
This is H2O. This is the official water cup. All right.
Mm-hmm.
This is the water
Mm-hmm.
cup. Now
Okay. All right.
the
Mm-hmm.
teacup is 50-50.
Okay, all right, bet. Well, other than what is in your cup, cuz how you doing, man? How you feeling today?
Hey man, I'm excited. Hey, I was geeked up and tweeting yesterday as if I was at training camp. I'm here
Yeah, that
trying
was
to
hilarious.
I'm here trying to broker relationships and make moves all the way to UAE. Yeah, I was just excited, man, that football is back. Panthers
Mm-hmm.
back day one at training camp. You know, everybody was there from what I saw. I think 91 players had reported. So whether they were injured or not injured, everybody was in the building. So I was just excited, man. So yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Hey,
How,
let
how,
me
how about
tell.
you, man?
Hold on.
How was training camp? Oh, go ahead.
Let me yeah. I'm about to say let me find out where to start. Okay. Let me
Yeah,
see. I was up at like 6:30 this morning. Okay, and by 7:30, we were uptown. So took all my kids with me. Um, the thing I liked the most about it was the drive. Okay, 10 minutes down
yeah,
Graham Street, I was right there. Um, Parked at Fourth and Graham, short walk. I think tomorrow I'm gonna get there a little earlier. Well, not probably the same time, but I'm gonna park in the lot right next to the entrance because that lot looked full when you walk, like right there when you walk in, but you walk past the first few cars and there was nobody there. And I was like, okay,
Oh,
I
okay.
remember this for tomorrow. But
Yeah.
it was cool, man. It was cool. And when I say cool, it was literally cool. Let me tell you, shout out to the Panthers for whoever decided to add the cover over them darn bleachers. Let me tell you, it was nothing like Spartanburg last year, but we were out there, burnt crispy bacon, in the sun.
Like two baked
It was
potatoes.
dope. Yeah, we was two country ass baked potatoes burning out there in the sun last year, dog. I'm telling you, it was hot. It was hot out there last year. But now,
Yeah, it
mind you,
was.
it was overcast for like the first hour and some change of practice. And man, let me tell you, that breeze was blowing up under there. And I look over at my son. Here you go. He told me, "Man, I'm cold." I was like, "Boy, how in God's name are you cold?" I said, "It's been 90 to 100 degrees for like the last month here in Charlotte. How are you cold?" I was expecting
Right.
it to be a little hot. I was like, "Whatever." But it was kind of cool. You walk in. They had the big thing set up for you, the little entrance. Walk through.
Yeah.
Checking your bags was easy, or getting to look through your bags was easy. If you go to training camp, I will say this: make sure that you have your tickets ready on your phone because it's always that one older couple that's sitting there and they're like, "Hold on, hold on, wait a minute, wait a minute." The wife turned around and looked at us. Y'all might want to go to the other side. We old here trying to get these tickets. I couldn't do nothing but laugh. I couldn't do nothing but
Oh
laugh. But
man.
I stood there behind her. I was like, "Y'all good?" I said, "Just go ahead." But it was good, and I think that the Panthers did the best they could with the space that they had. Okay, I really
Okay.
do think they did the best they could with the space that they had. You walk in there and you go through the little gate in the fence, walk down around, and then they had the concession stand, the oh god, the shop, damn, I can't think of the name
Uh,
of it. The
the Panther store.
Panther store. There you go. Brain
Yeah.
fart. My apologies, y'all. They had the Panther store there. Then they had the kid zone. They had the the fan wall, where you can sign. Mind you, I didn't realize that until later on, so I missed signing the fan wall. And then you had the section of bleachers, where the general admission was. And it was
Okay.
it was enough seats for everybody that was there. I think it was a case where a lot of people got tickets, more than probably what they needed, and a lot of people didn't show up. But there was a lot of people that there wasn't a lot of people there, like right when the practice started, but people started funneling in as the practice went on. So that was pretty cool.
Okay.
The field looked great. The field looked great. They had turf going around the edges, but the two practice field were real grass. So that was pretty cool. Like I said, then you had the VIP section on the other side. They had the real tall bleachers. They were shorter, but they were taller.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I
my
saw 'em.
my only thing, for like if they do the same thing next year, it would probably I would suggest that they bring in, a couple, like a few sets of those big tall bleachers, because they're either going to have to put them all on the side where the VIP is at, or they're going to have to do something. Something's going on. But like we was talking about earlier, when we talked on the phone, I'm sure that they got the ball rolling, and they're probably thinking about
Right.
next year. But it was, man, let me tell you, it was fun. It was a whole lot of fun. All right. But let me start scrolling through the chat here. See everybody here that's with us. Panther Doll, he said keep pounding chat. What's going on, Panther Doll? Say what's up, Dust? Say yo, let's get it. Football is back. Day one of camp is in the books. So talk to us,
Already.
CJ. Also, I hope Tony that cup is full of Henny and tea with a splash of honey, because this is going to be a fire show. Yes, 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 yes.
Doug, don't start.
PPP.
Don't start, Doug.
Hey, I got to meet PPP for the first time today. Cool, bro. It was funny because he was the first one in line. I mean, the first one in line. And then when me and my kids rolled up, we were behind maybe like 3 or 4 people. So, like I said, it wasn't a long wait at all. Wasn't a long wait at all.
Oh, okay. What's
Making
up,
True Money. What's
PPP?
going on, dog? How you doing?
MTM.
He said, looking forward to seeing y'all on my stream soon. Hey man, look, hey, hit us up. Let us know. You can send us a message on Twix, as we like to call it. Okay. Send us a message on Twix.
Yeah.
You can email us. Just let us know, man. We'll be there. Panther Dog said, let's get it. He said, yeah, there you go. Let us know. Let us know. We'll be there. All right. SC Pay said, what's up, guys? Hope all is well.
What's up,
Everything is
SC?
going good. Rod Walk said, what's up, CJ and Tony? How you doing, Rod Walk?
What's going on, Rob?
Marcos Cash. Mark, what's going on? He said, what's up, Panther Nation? Keep pounding. Yes, sir. Yes,
What's up,
sir. Yes, sir.
Marcos?
Hey, Mr. Evans said, training camp is open. Greetings. This is my neighbor across the street, y'all. And I do believe he had a birthday this week. I think it was yesterday. If I'm mistaken, I apologize, Mr. Evans. But anyway, happy birthday. Happy birthday to one of the greatest
Happy
neighbors
birthday, Mr.
anybody could
Evans.
ever have.
Hey, hey,
Happy birthday.
he got a new trash cans this year. I need new Target.
You stupid.
Yeah, let me stop. What's up? Happy birthday, Mr. Evans.
Anthony Brown, what's going on? How you doing?
AB, what's
He
popping?
said, anyone else lip sync off, or is it just me? I don't know. You talking about us?
Yeah,
I don't know. Let us know.
yeah, it all looks good on that end.
Let me see. Next year we should have our new practice facility. Well, you know what, we should. And if this is me, if I was a Panthers, I would make sure that thing was built by next year. Okay, I would try to have it built before the end of the season, so they can start,
Right,
enjoying it and reaping some of the benefits of it now.
right.
You know what I mean? But yeah, but camp is definitely going to be very interesting next year. But like I said, we just one day into camp this year, so that is down the road. So we'll worry about that at a later time. All right, Mr. Evans said, G-Man fan stuck in Pantherland. Hey, let me tell you, you're not the only one around here. I'm sure there are plenty. I'm sure there are plenty more Giants fans in the Charlotte area. So you're not by
Oh
yourself.
yeah,
You're not by yourself.
oh
All
yeah.
right. But yeah, man, let me tell you, practice was good. Shoot, Bryce Young was like the first one out there. So I went live earlier, and let me tell you, it was kind of crazy because it was my first time going live from my cell phone. So I'm sitting there having old man syndrome. I'm trying to get the camera to turn to the back camera on the phone, and I hit the button and it zoomed in on me. And I'm sitting there like, what the
you
hell going on? And
you
then I hit
you
the
you
button
you look
again, and then it flipped.
yeah, you was looking like a real old amateur, not just amateur. You looking like an old amateur on that live.
All right, gray beard. Don't talk about nobody
I
looking
said,
old now.
I told my wife, I said, why CJ sit here acting like he don't know how to operate technology? Like this his
No,
first time.
because No, because when I'm recording the video or something, I hit the button, it'll flip one time. So, but I was on YouTube and I hit the button and I'm like, what's going on? And then I hit it again and then the camera flipped to the back camera. I was like, oh, okay. I was like, whatever. So then I learned I had to, had to do it twice. But Bryce
Mm,
Young was the first one on the field. Like I said, it looked like everybody showed up. I'm gonna go here now. And you know what? And before I do this, what I thought was really cool, okay, what I thought was really cool, Dave Canales came over, and let me get this video up here first. What I thought was pretty cool, y'all. Okay, here's Dave Canales. All right, so he came over to the bleachers where we were at and kind of addressed the crowd, right before camp started. So here what he said. Let me know if y'all can hear that, man. Hopefully, what you see today is great effort from everybody all around that baby. Talking about some, okay? Great effort from everybody, including yourself. They were all about the team, and it's all about the ball. We're going to be crazy about taking care of it. On defense, they're going to be trying to put away interceptions. That's what we got to do. Effort and getting after that ball, taking care of it. We're going to have a lot of success. I really appreciate you all coming out. Make sure you talk to your friends and family. Come and join us for our camp. Thank you. Yeah, that was me with the at the end. but
that
but
was
yeah,
cool though.
I thought that was really cool. He came over there and he did the same thing on the other side where the VIP section was, and then he came over where we were at and addressed the crowd and all that good stuff too. Now I will say, a couple of observations. Okay, so it is not like Spartanburg, and I'm pretty sure that all y'all know that now, but it's not like Spartanburg, okay, where you had the two fields that were horizontal to you when you sat on the hill. So you had one field here, and then there was one field back behind it, and then there was
Right.
also another field off to the side. Where in this one, the VIP section plus the general admittance section, we're in both end zones. Okay, so the
Mm.
view, if you've been in training camp for a long time, and mind you, like last year was our first time at Doug told us I sounded like Uncle Jerome. Okay, Doug. All right, all right, all right, all right. All right, I got
Shots
you, Doug. I
fired.
got you.
Shots
Hey,
fired.
it's cool. I'll take that one. I'll take that one. I'll take that one. But the seating was in both end zones, right? So I tried to get kind of in between both of the fields, but
Yeah.
for like the first set of drills that they were doing, everything was facing like the VIP section. Okay. And it was
Okay.
crazy because I put out a tweet on X and I was like, you know what? I said one downside so far. I was like, all the action is facing that way. And crazy enough, you sent me a message because the Panthers, actually liked the tweet. And then so the horn blew, and then next thing you know, they started doing more drills, and then everybody was sitting right there in front of us. So I got back on Twitter and I was like, well, I retract my previous statement. I was like,
Yeah.
never mind. But I will say this
They
for the
they like
most
that one
part.
too.
Yeah, they like that one too. For the most part, though, everything was kind of when there were a couple plays when they were running the drills offense versus defense. There were a couple plays where they were facing us on the right hand side, but the majority of the plays were facing the VIP side. So
Okay.
it's like I could I could get some footage of it, but I was mostly looking at everybody, standing there, waiting to sub in and sub out of the plays. So what I'm hoping is, tomorrow, I hope the weather is better. It's supposed to rain, But I'm gonna take my umbrella. I'm gonna be there anyway. I think they're still gonna have practice no matter what. I think the only way they're gonna cancel it is if it's lightning. So hopefully it's not lightning. We'll see what's going on. But whether it's tomorrow or I'm not going to the back together event Saturday, but I'll be there next Monday for practice as well. So hopefully then they'll start having stuff like the drills and stuff going this way. Because as I'm sitting there on my phone, I was scrolling through Twitter too. You could see everybody who was over in the VIP section, especially the people that was sitting up at the top. They had like a bird's eye view for everything. So they
Right.
had a lot of good clips. And but overall it was really cool. That's the one thing I will say. If you have been to training camp for a while, you've been plenty of times, the view is not the same. Okay, is not the same. You don't get to see people, like you would in a regular game, per se. Everything is that view from the end zone. Well, some people do see the game in the end zone. My bad. Let me crack
Yeah.
that too. But as far as camp, in Spartanburg, everything was on that hill, so you was watching everybody going right to left. Well, this one you're going to be in the end zone, whether you're on the general admission side or the VIP side, and you watching everybody going up and down the field like this. But other
Okay.
than that, I mean, like I said, it was. I shout out to them for putting the covers over that thing. It was nice. It was cool, and everything was great. Everything was great. You get another
Okay.
some comments back up here. Let me see. Mr. Evans said we are 17-0 into a game. Yeah, hey, we are too, baby. We 17-0, NFC South champs and everything until game one. Roadmaster, what's up, fam? Hey, I haven't forgot about your shirt, man. I haven't forgot about your shirt at all. I just got really busy. And
What's up,
I'm gonna
Romaster?
do a mock up and I'm gonna send it to you and see how you like it, okay? And I see if I can get that to you. But I haven't forgot about you. All right. Here you go. Brian Burns is not there. We know. We know. We know. D Cash, what's going on, man? What's going
What's
on?
up, D Cash?
Antonio McClanahan, what's good, man? How you doing?
Tonyo.
Yes, yes. And look, I got so excited I forgot to do my spiel. If you're new, welcome. Thank you for being here. If you would be so kind, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Check us out on all social media at Two Fans in the Stands and over on Twix. That's a mixture of Twitter and X, as we like to call it. You can catch us at Two Fans ITS. And for those of y'all watching on Twix, if you're not following the channel, please hit the follow button. We have a new goal over there. We're trying to get to 500 followers over on X. So please, if you're over there or if you wherever you're watching from, scroll over to X, hit that follow button for us. We greatly appreciate you. Like I said, we're trying to get to our
Yes.
first goal of 500 followers over on X. All right, we appreciate you. So here you go, Doug. Somebody sounds like Uncle Jerome. Roadmaster about the storm. Yes, it's definitely about to rain. I think it's gonna rain all night. Yep. Panther Dog said they get free drinks and snacks too. I saw something on Twitter. I forgot who it was, but somebody had a drink in their hand. I was just like, oh, that must be nice. That must be nice. Yeah. But yeah, but my observations for camp, and the first thing that I wanted to do. Now I was telling Uncle Quan and PPP this when we got there. I was like, first thing I want to see Austin Corbett. I was making a joke. I was like, I want him to line up against all the starting defensive linemen and and make sure that he can block, make sure them knees are good. But I knew that wasn't going to happen. But I did get some footage of him. Let me tell you, and then Brady Christensen. He was probably the first clip I got besides Bryce. Brady Christensen was out there taking reps at center with Jack Plummer. And I was like, come on. Let me see what Roadmaster say. I might have been Tepper 2 cups with that drink. Oh my God. Yo, let me tell you, boy, it better not be no drinks flying out there at training camp now.
Well, y'all
Nah,
wrong
you
for
you
that.
know what? You know what? I did not. Let me tell you, when I say this is the first time I've ever got autographs from players like this. Like we didn't do it last year because shoot, when training camp was over, we got up and dipped because we were trying to get back to the van to get in the AC because it was so damn hot. Okay.
Yeah, no
So
doubt.
this time what happened, so when when practice was going on, they had signs down there by the fence, and it was like no standing. So everybody was sitting in the bleachers, or you were standing back, outside the bleachers. So right before practice was over, they pulled all those posters out of the signs, and so everybody went running down to the fence. So I looked at my kids, and I was like, "Well, hell, let's go." So we ran down there too. Now, mind you, I went to the bathroom, and when I came back, I went over to the shop, and I got this Panther helmet right here. So I got this bad boy right here, and I got one of those little pinup things. And something told me to get the silver helmet, but I didn't listen. I got the black helmet. I was like, I like the black helmet better. So mind you, we got right down there at the fence, and then as soon as practice was over, all the players shot towards the VIP section, damn near all of them. And so Andy Dalton, he beeline like straight for us. And when he was coming over, he was like, "Well, Dad," he said, "Well, since everybody went that way," he said, "Let me come over here and come this way." So we thanked him and whatnot. And let me see, he signed the helmet, signed the little poster with everybody's pictures on it.
Yeah.
Let me see. I got him, Shaq, what's my man name? Derek McClendon. My daughter got Bryce Young. He signed hers.
Oh,
Chandler
cool.
Wooten, and then hey, like Tony, our favorite player signed my helmet and signed the poster.
Who
Our
NSA?
favorite player. Yeah, Mr. Ian Thomas. And it was funny because I was like, man, I guess he doesn't pay any attention to the show. I said, because he probably would look at me and was like, nah, bro, nah, I'm good. I'm good. But when I say, when I was talking about how, it's the first time I've ever really got autographs, I went up there, didn't have a Sharpie with me or nothing. Everybody around me was like this, Sharpie in their hand, was ready to, to give it to the players to get autographs. I'm sitting there like, I was like, oh crap. But the thing was, I honestly didn't think I was going to have an opportunity to get, any autographs, because I thought that it was going to be something like off to the side and we had to wait in line. Didn't realize it was right there. But hey, Donna B, thank you for the super chat.
It's
$20
Donna
super chat.
B.
We greatly appreciate it.
Appreciate
Donna
the
B for
love,
the
Miss Donna.
dub as usual. Yeah,
Let's
appreciate you. Thank
go.
you. Exactly.
Already.
But
Yeah, we
but
definitely
yeah, man, let me
appreciate
tell you,
that.
definitely. But yeah, man, I didn't have no Sharpie, no nothing. Let me tell you, we sitting there, my son, we sitting there asking the guy next to us, "Hey, can we borrow your Sharpie? Can we borrow your Sharpie? Can we borrow?"
Yeah.
And then I'm mad I had this damn black helmet because everybody had a black Sharpie. And I was like, crap. So, the stripes going down the helmet, I got them to sign it on the stripes going down the helmet. So I do appreciate all of them for doing that for me. But yeah, man, I wanted to pull up some clips that I took here, and I do apologize. Probably aren't the best clips. Like I said, it's not like it was last year, as far as the view, because like I said, we were sitting there on the hill. You can see any and everything, just zoom over and what. Oh man, hold on, wait a minute. Okay,
Miss Donna
all right. Well,
B. Appreciate the love.
yeah. Appreciate you. Thank you.
Is,
Thank you
is
again.
this is this a glitch in the super chat? Is this a duplicate? Is this a different one?
I I I think it's a different one. Hey,
Oh,
I
well,
appreciate it. That's
hey,
all. Unless some. Hey,
Ray,
thank you.
Miss Donna B. We greatly appreciate it. We greatly
Hey,
appreciate it. Thank you so
look,
much.
if that was a glitch in the matrix, Miss Don, just let us know. We'll get it back to you. Just we ain't gonna do you like that. Okay,
Look,
make it you.
look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this.
What's up?
Look
You back
look
in
at this.
big
Look at
text.
this.
Look at Don.
You ain't gonna sit his
I ain't
ass
mad at you,
down
Don.
somewhere. Nah.
Hey, you stupid,
Oh
Tony.
God.
Hey, but I put the link in the chat if anybody wants to come up here and chop it up with us, and as soon as I can, I will pin that link. And here we go, right there. But let me get my clip set up here, and I want to Donna B is covered. Hey, there you go. Hey, appreciate it. And you know what? And the
For
parking was
sure.
pretty cheap. I paid like $13. I paid $13 for 10 hours of parking. And I was like, oh, okay. I was like, bet. Thank you.
Mm.
Yeah, so it that was pretty cool. All right, let
Yeah,
me get this
Roadmaster.
clip
That's
set
what he
up here.
doing. That's what he doing. Firing all cylinders.
Ooh, boy. Hey, look, don't y'all get C
Yeah.
Dougie in trouble now. Don't y'all get C
Yeah.
Dougie in trouble now.
Nah, don't see that get
All
his
right, hold
own
on. Yeah,
stuff
I'm
in
sorry.
trouble.
Okay. So now this first part of the clip, I did leave the audio in. This was percussion, the Panthers
Yeah.
drum line that was coming down the hill. Now for the rest of the clip, I did take the audio out because my phone picked up everything. I mean, it was loud. It was crazy because it was almost like there was two DJs out there fighting because at one point I was listening to Whoop There It Is and some other song at the exact same time. So it was crazy. It was crazy. And hold on, let me bring Doug up here.
So let me go ahead and get this
Uh-oh,
record
hold on.
straight because I know Tony. I know Tony gonna.
Hey man, I ain't saying nothing.
She was in the big
Hold
state of
on.
Texas.
There you go, Doug. You people couldn't hear you for a second there. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I said
I hit the wrong button.
Donna B was in the big state of Texas over the weekend,
Mm.
and she hit me up, and I said, I had company, had people come in, so I told her next time she come, let me know. So I ain't no shooting no shots. I already got my shots all in one basket. Apples, oranges, all in one basket. Like I said,
You hear
that's
that,
first
Tony?
lady. Like I said,
But, but
You hear
hey,
that,
look, no,
Tony?
look, CJ, I don't sit up in the chair and smile and show all my teeth whenever we got, people that
but
come up on the channel.
let's
Oh,
be all the way let's be all the way clear. Romance says C Day shooting the shot, not I.
No,
Not I.
you put the message up.
Let's
You
be
put the
clear.
message up because you put the message up because that was straight to
Duh,
Donna B.
duh, duh, duh. We not about to have this. We're not
Yes,
about to
sir.
have this
Yes, sir.
today.
Let me behave. Let me
Yes.
behave. Let me behave. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
oh
Yeah.
Yes,
gosh.
sir.
Hey,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
You already know. Look. I ain't talked to CJ and Tony since Thursday. Like I said, I had company come in, so I got to cut up with Tony because he across the pond and everything. So I had to cut up with Big Cousin. I had to, man. Had to pick on him a little bit.
Hey, it's all
Mm-hmm.
good. It's all
I ain't
love,
gonna.
Doug.
I'm gonna keep my
Hey.
bullets in the chamber. I'm gonna digest.
Why you got to keep him in the chamber? Why you got to keep him in
Nah,
the chamber?
nah, player. Mm.
Oh, hey, well,
Y'all
look,
know I don't
okay.
shoot just to be shooting.
Hey, what's up, Rock Jones? How you doing, man? How you doing? Hey, let
What's
me tell
going
you,
on,
the
Rock?
new training camp setup is pretty cool. Now it does have some limitations as far, but
Right.
this has been the Panthers practice field since forever. Okay, so this wasn't set up for this, but I do applaud them on what they did for this year training camp. At least we don't know what's going to go on next year, but we'll have to wait and see. All right. Making
Yeah.
sure money. He said I would join, but my daughter up and getting it right now. Okay, got you.
Gotcha.
Romac said, I try not to drive uptown. I'll take the blue line or a lift. F trying to park. Hey, but you know what though? Like I said, we got there really, really early, and it was a breeze. We walked down 4th Street up under the bridge, crossed over, bing bam boom. We was right there. Right there.
Somebody said Rashad found a parking
Yeah, six
spot for
dollars.
$6. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Don B said she gonna hit you up. All right.
Yeah, yeah, Doug, this
Look,
one for you.
Roadmaster said it was. Hey, Roadmaster said it was on me. See, Dougie.
Nah, I'm gonna blame.
Hey, Uncle Quan.
I'm gonna blame the
Hey,
host.
it don't even matter. It don't even matter, Roadmaster. He did just what he said. He gonna blame it on me. He gonna
Hey,
blame it
look,
on me.
Panther dog threw the flag. He said he had to. Look, okay, here you go. Don said, "What's up, Doug and Quan?" I said, "Nephews, come on now. We know, Donald. We
We
just
know
mess."
we just having fun down the B. We having fun. That's all.
Oh, parking was free on 7th. Oh, okay. All right, bet. Appreciate that, Quan. All right, make it true money. Say, CW, what part of Texas you in?
I am in the DFW area, 20 minutes from Dallas, 25 minutes from Fort
Mm,
Worth, in the center in Arlington.
okay. All right. Bet.
Yes,
All
sir.
right. Well, let me go ahead back in here and start this clip up again. All right. So some of these are portrait on my phone. A couple of them I turned them landscape. So they'll go from clip to clip. So like I said, I took the
DB,
audio off of these because everything was like super loud, super loud, and I didn't want to get any
getting that
copyright
work
issues
in.
neither. hmm So you got Andy and Bryce there, and this was right at or slightly before the start. Now that's Austin with Bryce with Austin Corbett. Okay.
Okay.
So here you got Brady Christensen with Jack Plummer. And that's what I was saying. I was like, yo, when I say the music was battling each other in this particular thing, like I said, whoop, whoop, there it is, and something else was playing at the same time.
Hey,
And then
is it me or does Brady Christensen look like he got a little bigger?
hold on, let's go back. I don't know. I want to say, I mean, I
Well,
do think he cut his hair.
well, I will say this: we have to also remember he wasn't able to have a full off season the last 2 years. Am I correct? Because of injuries, right?
It,
He had back-to-back injuries. So
I think
yeah.
he did
this,
this year though. I think he did this year. I think he was.
no, this year, that's what I'm saying, Tony. That's the right
Yeah.
statement. He's able to be in the gym this
Yeah.
year because
Yeah.
you know he
Yeah.
he, he didn't
Uh-huh.
he didn't have to really worry about recovering in the off season for an injury. So I actually like that segment that he probably did get bigger.
Yeah.
So,
Hey, now this next part right here, let me tell you, I put this in here because when I say it looked like Evero was walking by the offense, like, yeah, I got something for y'all today, fellas. he kind of looked down like, yeah, y'all need to be on y'all P's and Q's today, buddy.
Hey,
So then
one
we
thing I
had,
am glad
mm,
I was glad to see. I was glad to see the defense was in white jerseys and not instead of black jerseys. Like you don't want to have black
mm-hmm,
jerseys on out there in all that heat. You know what I'm saying?
no, I'm actually
yeah, but
glad.
but
Go ahead, CJ.
go ahead, Doug. You good? Go ahead.
No, because my go ahead. I got a point. Go ahead, because I'm actually glad
Oh,
Tony brought it up because I love what he just said. Go ahead.
yeah, no, I was going to say, let me tell you, it was probably in the 70s, the first part of practice, because like I said, it was
Hmm.
complete overcast. There was no sun. Now, when this clip I have here, Jadeveon Clowney, that was about it's probably about a little, maybe like an hour or so into practice. And what's going on, fellas? That's for Panthers fan only podcast, the G2S network. He said, "What's up?" Say you got an open slot on the stage for us tonight. Hey, come on. Come on
Yeah,
in. Come
shut
on
up.
in.
Up
Come
on
on in.
in, my
I
guy.
might I might have to step it back to the dynamic scenes, but yeah, y'all come on up. But yeah, man, this was like I said, this was Clowney right here.
Hey, CJ, can I make this point? Because Tony made a
Go
point
ahead.
about the defense. I know.
Mm,
I don't know if you guys are gonna talk players, but I got to toot my own horn on a particular player because the Joker looked in shape this year. J.C. Horn, could you see how more leaner he is in person? I know.
man. Oh,
Go
oh,
ahead.
hold on, Doug. Let me tell you. I was so mad. Remember last week when we had Sheena on the show and she was
Uh,
talking about how the cornerbacks are always off in the corner and they never get to see. Bruh, I did not see the cornerbacks do diddly squat.
oh, never mind.
I
Never mind then.
nothing. Now in this clip right here on the screen, for the most part, they were over on that end, on that far side of that field. I think they
Mhm.
did come over to the field that was on the right of us. They were over there for like a hot second. Like a hot second. And then like I said, I had to run to the bathroom and came back. And it was a
I already
Your
know.
boy,
Like that. I know.
get your
That's the reason why I'm
popcorn.
laughing. Look, look,
You
look.
already know.
Look, I'm
You
telling
already
y'all.
know.
Look. I'm gonna make a projection right now. That man's gonna have at least
uh
5 or 6 interceptions this year, and I'm willing to take a bet with anybody. I'm saying right
oh
now, 5 or 6
uh-huh.
interceptions for J.C. Horn this year.
and
I ain't
and
gonna bet.
17 games played.
Yeah, I ain't gonna bet against him because I want him to have it. You know what I'm saying?
And
Yeah,
I mean,
fact.
only thing that's funny is he got some veneers, and you know how people get veneers. Some veneers be too
Uh-oh.
big, and his
Oh
veneer.
no.
What?
Oh, okay. No, I was about to say, I hope he ain't out here looking like the girl from the Shy. Hey, JJ,
Damn it,
give me 1 second, dog. Let me let me
dog.
let me get the scene worked down. I get you up here. Give me 1 second. But go ahead, Doug and Tony.
No, that's all I was gonna say was like he looks the part. What we needed him to be like. He looks leaner. I know it's only day one, and I know Quan like really does. But like I said, I am on the JC Horn fan club for the year. Like I'm the president of it, and I really think he's gonna have a good year, man.
Okay.
Yeah, I like the fact that somebody asked him after practice, what I guess because I didn't watch the full video, I just saw a small clip, and it was basically asking about the extension, possibly signing an extension with the team this year.
Hmm.
And he said, "Man, I'm just trying to focus on showing them that I can stay on the field," and I like that mindset. You know what I'm saying? Like it leads me to believe like it's not all about the money, even though it's
Facts,
about the money. Everybody wants to get paid. I'm not saying that,
Mm-hmm.
but he understands, and I think for the fact that his father played professional football and he
facts,
understands the ropes that you have to go out there and earn it is not given to you just because
facts,
just because of where you was drafted. And I just like the fact to hear the man say, "Listen, I got to prove to the Panthers that I can stay healthy for a full season." The contract will take care of itself. And that's also, in my opinion, show that he's confidence in his skill set. Cause he know when he's on the field, he's a shutdown corner. You know what I'm saying? He's
there
one
you
of
Oh,
the,
go.
hold on,
he's
y'all.
one of
My
the
bad.
ones. So, you know, if he could stay on their field for a full 17 games, then yeah, he's definitely going to
Okay.
help us when it comes to that.
JJ,
JJ,
what's
what's
going
good?
on, big dog?
We can't hear him.
Hold on, you
We
muted,
can't hear
dog. You
you.
muted.
You muted.
Y'all can hear me? Y'all can hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we hear
yeah,
you now. What's going
What's
on, my
up,
man?
man?
How
How
you
y'all
doing?
doing?
Chilling,
Doing
chilling,
good,
chilling.
dog. Doing good, man. Hey, okay.
Yeah,
So you know what? I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here.
for
Tell
sure.
us how it was from the east side over there.
yeah.
In the
Just
high
how it
rise
was in
apartments.
Massapequa over
Tell
in
us
I'm a
how it
little
was in the high
bougie.
rises.
I'm a little
Yeah,
bougie. Nah, it was cool, man. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I love the new setup. I'll take this
Mm-hmm.
setup over Spartan Day any day of the week. And I know it's a lot of South Carolinians that's gonna be mad at me for saying that, but it's all good. It ain't nothing personal. But I think the Carolina Panthers did a great job just the way they put everything together, and then getting clearance. What did they get clearance like a month ago? And to
Mm-hmm.
get it all worked out that quick, I thought they did a great job. Thought it was dope just to be able to mingle with just different family members and stuff like that. Like it's seeing like one big happy family over there. So it was cool. It was cool for sure. I
Bet,
didn't know where
bet,
you
okay.
bet,
at.
bet, bet.
Tone. I think you messaged me messages on Twitter
Yeah,
Yeah.
or commented. I didn't know where you was at because you were like he was by me and I didn't know. And then my
yeah.
phone was on 5%. I was trying to get the content out. I was trying to get the video out, and I was just like, "Bruh,
Hey,
damn."
listen, JJ. I was so geek, right? Like I knew where CJ was sitting at, and I knew where over to the left is where the little cooler station is for the players. And
Mm-hmm.
when I saw your tweet, something told like I knew right then and there you wasn't where CJ was, but I was so damn geek. I was like, "Well, CJ right there near you," and I'm saying to myself, "No, he ain't." But yeah, he right there near you.
Hey,
Hey,
if
it
you
was
want
funny. It
if you want the VIP experience, bruh, text me. I got
Uh-oh.
There
three.
you go.
okay.
I'll be trying
There
to
you
Uh-oh.
go.
tell. I've been telling people on Twitter everything, bro. I got three extra tickets, like to almost every practice. I done had. I
Wow.
think I've given like three or
Okay.
four away. and then the third, fourth,
There
and
it
Hey,
is.
fifth,
Hey,
like the
that's it.
rest of the team is coming. But yeah, hit me up. Free food, free
okay,
alcohol,
I
free
sure will.
everything for
I sure
sure.
Hey,
will, man. I
hey,
appreciate that.
hey, CJ. Like what JJ
Yes,
just said,
sir.
I think everybody has to understand this. This is only for 1 year, so I don't know how this is
Mm-hmm.
gonna go next year because the setup, like what JJ just
Right.
said, is good for 1 year. And one thing I
Yeah.
know, whenever we were on here, when we were talking about it, where we was like, "There's no space. Like, how are they gonna do this? Like in a month's time,
Mm-hmm.
basically a month and about 8 weeks. Well, no, 6 weeks. This
Yeah.
is what they did in 6 weeks. So whenever this goes into
Mm-hmm.
next year, it's gonna be a total different. Like you know how you think something's gonna be the same for now until the end. No, this is just temporary. So even next year, what we're experiencing right now, it may even be 10 times better going to next year when you actually have the indoor, when you're gonna have the fan zone, you're gonna have that up and
Uh-huh.
down. You're actually gonna have what they really are looking forward to doing going into next year. So I actually like JJ saying that because again, he's on another view, and in the viewpoints where you see from the content creators that were there, and from what he's saying, I can't just really wait to experience it myself, but actually seeing our practice facility for the future of next year, so we can actually have something that's stable and for the longevity
Mm-hmm.
of while we're out there.
Yeah. Hey, look, JJ, you see that? You say, Romance say you got the tip of 2 cups connect.
I feel him. That's cool.
Oh
I'll
man.
take it.
Hey, that's all
But
right. But you know
how
what
was
though? Now, go ahead, JJ.
now I was just gonna say, what was the energy like over there? Because I
Oh,
like I
it
said, I didn't make it over there, but like I couldn't really tell. Like it wasn't as many people as I thought. Like overall, I was honestly kind of surprised by the turnout.
yeah. I want to say that a lot of people probably bought more tickets than they needed, and then everybody they probably bought tickets for didn't particularly show up. I think, but and there were a lot of people. Now there were way more people later on as the practice went on. When practice started, it was not a lot of people over there with us at all. The bleachers were pretty empty, but it started
Yeah,
filling up once practice got rolling. But it was funny because I was sitting over there and I was on Twitter and I saw Tony was like, "Yeah, CJ ought to be near y'all," and I was like, I was sitting thinking to myself, I was like, "Nah, bro." I was like, I said they over there in Ballantyne. I said we still over here in the east side of Charlotte. I said we over here in the hood, baby.
you were
But
planning
yeah,
on going tomorrow.
yeah, man, I'm gonna be there tomorrow. Hey, look, it's supposed to be raining, but I'm gonna take my umbrella in a good jacket and call it a day. Cause like I said, hey, once you get there, the seats are covered. So you
Yeah,
know what I mean? That
you just
that
got to
that's
get in.
that's the
If you
thing I
get in,
like.
you're good.
Yeah. Oh,
I'm about
and
to
Mhm.
this
send
clip
you.
right
I'm about to
here.
send you a ticket, bro. I'm about to send you the VIP
Okay.
ticket right now, bro.
Oh shoot, that's what's up, man. Appreciate you. Appreciate you.
Yeah,
But
man.
I did want to pause this clip right here because remember, Tony, remember we heard about Chuba and Tommy Trimble staying after practice with the jug
Yeah.
machine, working on their
Yeah.
hands. Okay, so
Yeah.
when we were leaving, we were walking up the hill, and it was funny because they had a kids autograph area that was full of adults. That was the funniest crap ever. The kids autograph area was full of the kids and their parents, with the kids having stuff and the parents having stuff, trying to get stuff signed. Yeah,
Man,
so that
them parents were like, man, damn these kids.
pretty much.
Over here,
But
Shaq.
yeah,
Over here, Shaq.
yeah, yeah, for real. But this right here, this is the clip I wanted to play because this is what they were doing. This is what they were doing as soon as practice ended. They were
Man,
on that
I
jug
see
machine.
Tommy with
So they,
with his
hey,
two hands.
they putting in that work. They putting in that work. And like I say, don't sleep on Tommy Trimble this year at that tight end position. Okay. Also, I wouldn't sleep on Jatavion Sanders. Me personally, I think he's going to be more of a kind of a red zone threat, more per se to start off with. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But I think Tommy Trimble is really going to be that every down tight end for right now. And then I think once Jatavion Sanders gets into form, we're gonna have one hell of a duo, at the tight end spot. I think we're gonna have a hell of a
Okay.
duo at the tight end spot. Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and let this probably going to yeah. So this was percussion again. I'm just gonna let this play. while we up here talking. But JJ, man, did you see anything that anything that caused you any concern, or saw anything that made you excited that went on over there?
Uh, no, but
Okay.
I'm not overreacting, because it is day one. But
Okay.
I like the fact that Bryce is under center a little bit more. I like the
That part.
creativity as far as the misdirections, the play action passes, implementing those a little bit more. So
Mm-hmm.
that was cool, but nothing really had me overly excited or overly worried. I still think um, we need to get additional help in that edge room.
Mm-hmm.
Like I know,
Yeah.
Yes.
I know Jadavion had a solid day. No, they said that
Mm-hmm.
he had a one or two plays that would have been a sack. I know he had the TFL
Yes.
for sure. I can't remember who he would have blown up, but he came off the line crazy. Would have lit somebody up, but obviously no pass.
Hey, he would have
Hey,
lit Bryce up on one play. I
Yeah,
did get I did get to kind of see that. And when I say Bryce hiked the ball, turned around, Clowney was right there. But I will
yeah.
give Bryce credit. He did this acrobatic ass throw and like slung the ball to I think it was Deontay Johnson, who was out there wide open. I was like, oh, okay. Now I'm sitting
Mhm.
there like, yeah, exactly, Austin. Yes, exactly. Yes, exactly. Blew up Icky.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'm
And to
sitting
be
there like,
honest,
bruh.
that's probably the scary part, bro. That's probably the
Bruh,
scary part. Like
Yeah.
bruh.
one of the clips that we posted, the Miles Sanders run, like everybody was gassing that up. Like, and it's just like,
Mm,
okay, cool, but I'm still not confident, bro. I'm still
yeah.
not
Yeah.
I
confident.
learned
But
I learned my lesson from last year. I got all happy. I got all and I think it was because the first time I ever been to training camp. Okay. I
yeah.
got all happy, got all geeked up. I saw these jokers out here. They were doing this, doing that, doing the third. I'm like, oh, this year, I'm like, all right, cool. But JJ, now you said nothing, something else that this didn't concern you right here. What's up on the screen? That is, I think, our the second string center,
No,
Brady
that's the third
Christensen.
thing. That's Andrew. No, that's Andrew Rames right here. I think. Is that
Hold
Andrew? I
on.
Yeah.
think that's Andrew. Oh, that's Brady.
No,
Okay,
that's
no, that's Brady.
Brady. That's Brady.
Yeah.
Because Andrew was in. Yeah, that's Brady. But hey, does this concern you at all?
Yes, but this is what happens when you build your. This is what happens when you build your team bad, bro, and you come in being the owner and thinking that you're the smartest guy in the room, and so you don't need football guys around. You go down to
Mm-hmm.
college and you give a bum, with all due respect, 7 years, X amount of dollars, can't drive. This is what happens. This is the situation that we're in. So yeah, today
Yeah.
was really, really laid back for me. Dylan and Terrence were talking junk to me earlier because they were like, "It's almost that time." This is when they start getting delusional, and I'm like, "Nah, I don't think that's what time it is this year, bro. I don't think that's what time it is for me
Yeah.
because last year
Mm-hmm.
it happened to me too. I bought in on the hype.
Yeah.
I bought in on the coaching staff. I bought in on what the social media team was telling me. This year, nah, not quite. They got to show me. I did love seeing Deontay as active as he
Back.
was, though.
Yeah.
Hey, did
For
y'all
real.
see
I
the
did love
alarms
seeing
that I
that.
put in the chat, CJ, about who's visiting
The
right
who now?
now? The alarms. I put it early before I hit the link.
Yeah. I
Oh,
meant
hold on. Let me put it.
I was just getting ready to bring that up to JJ because I know he said he was concerned about the edge position. I was gonna ask him
Yeah.
what did he
Oh,
think about Carl Lawson and Yannick Ngakwe
Yannick is on
visiting.
ground right now. Yannick
Yeah,
is on
yeah,
ground
he's
right
in
now.
Charlotte.
mm.
He's in Charlotte
Like
right
right
now.
now. It's a 2-day visit for him. He started tonight and he doesn't leave till tomorrow afternoon. That got
Well, let's
reported
hope
Yeah.
he
like
don't leave
maybe.
until until let's hope he don't leave at all. Put it like
Well,
that.
we
Right.
Let's hope he
well
don't leave at all.
I
well we
heard
should have we
Marquise
should
Haynes
have
was
signed him
supposed to be
last
coming
year.
in.
Well, no, Marquise Haynes posted something on Twitter, and everybody thought he was talking about coming back to Carolina. But he
Oh,
never answered everything. But with Yannick, we were supposed to get him last year. Only reason, and I'm surprised we didn't, with the coaches that we had in play that are still here and his connections with the D coordinator. So I think Yannick is maybe, I'm being more zealous, probably a 60-40, because we wanted him
mm-hmm,
last year. He still hasn't signed and he knows we're in need. And I forgot who made the
mm-hmm,
comment on Twitter underneath Mike K. We forgot both him and Clowney played for the Ravens and had a great season together when they were both in
Mm-hmm.
Baltimore. So
Yeah, they did.
that
Oh, okay.
so that's a good thing right there. The thing with Icky, and I'm gonna pass it off to Tony. I'm gonna be real short. Whenever I was calling around asking everybody what they saw, one thing that CJ made me laugh was, Doug, did you know Icky's legs are very, very small? He's very top heavy. And I said, what do you expect? I said he missed leg day, and I mean they look like toothpicks. And one thing I think a lot of
Yeah, looking like
people,
Chicken Little.
man, boy, Tony. But I will say this: I
Bruh.
mean, JJ just made a point. It is kind of worry about, but when I've seen different people that were there, I know PNP wrote it, I know C3 wrote it. Even though Icky did get blown up by Jadeveon Clowney, you can tell the improvement just in one practice where his Tony, what do you call it when they kick that leg out? I forgot the term. I'm going blank because I
Kickstep.
know. Yes,
Kick
you
step.
can tell.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, you can tell the difference just in one practice. But JJ did bring a great point. He is. It shouldn't be like that day one. It really shouldn't be that way.
Mm-hmm.
But the only thing I would think
Yeah.
is with pads coming on, you really get the grasp. How things are going to go into another season.
Yeah, it's
Right.
Yeah.
tough to
Yeah.
see what the impact of the trenches is going to be when they don't got them pads on.
Yep.
Right.
You
Facts.
don't
Exactly.
really know what time it is because them boys they can't get them hands dirty.
Yep.
So it's just like
Right.
that's
Mm-hmm.
why I said
Right.
today like it was great to be back, be around the team, be around in the community, but nothing really had my head gassed up, and I was kind of
But
confused on
Yeah.
why we ended practice early.
yeah, I'm
That was
surprised.
Yeah,
I'm
they
surprised.
did.
like, hey, listen, y'all know how I get. So I'm gonna keep it PG because I'm on y'all platform. But ain't no way, ain't no way. Hate to tell y'all, ain't no way a 2-win team is ending practice early. If we say we going for 2 hours, we going
Yeah.
for 2 hours, bro.
How much
Mm,
Yeah.
shorter was it,
Ooh,
JJ?
30
Was it like
minutes.
30
It
minutes?
was.
I thought so. I,
30
I thought it
minutes.
was 30 minutes. I heard. Yeah.
30 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
They started going to the circle at like 11:07. I'm like, what's happening? It got to be another
Yeah.
team period or something.
Yeah.
Confused
Nah,
by
they
that.
they was done.
Two, I mean,
They was done.
two wins, and that's what, like, you know what I'm saying. That's the new culture, I guess, that we try. I don't know, bro. I don't know. As y'all can see, I'm not.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm extremely pessimistic for whatever reason.
Yeah. It
Yeah.
sounds that
But
way.
but but
It sounds that
go ahead,
way.
Tony. Yeah.
I'm
But
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 trying though.
no,
Like I'm
but
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 trying
I
to be optimistic.
you have every right. You have every right to, like,
exactly.
we talked about on the channel a couple of times. Like, I think everybody was gassed up last year. Thinking that
Facts.
all we had to do was just drop a quarterback in there and everything was gonna just be hunky dory, and it totally did a 180 on us. So with this year, when the draft came around and getting closer to practice, the optimism for a lot of people was going to rise up again. But for the ones, including myself, JJ, I'm like that too. I'm holding back reservations for all the excitement that I had last year. I know CJ like that too. But you just want to see right now, just these guys are just first, it was just day one. These guys out here just moving around, getting loose, cutting it up, whatever, what have you. But like you said, until the pads come on, you really can't you really can't dissect each
That's what
player
I
and
meant,
each
C-Tone.
group anything until the pads come on, and that's before
Mm-hmm.
the joint practice with the Jets. You see him 1-on-ones, you see him in 7-on-7 drills and things like that. So, but one thing y'all didn't mention, man, and I'm surprised that nobody brought it up. Nobody brought up that Bryce Young has gotten rid of that classic drop back. When you see Bryce
Mm.
Young drop back now, he's not backpedaling. He doesn't have that classic drop back. When
I'll,
he comes
Oh,
from under
okay.
center, when he comes from under center, he is turned with his left shoulder forward like a traditional drop back passer. None of that classic drop back anymore.
Mm.
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna take a look at that tomorrow. I didn't pick up on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a
I
good point.
Okay.
promise you, I didn't either. I did not either. Hey, Doug, you got a question on the screen. Dopey Nightlife TV says, what's this I'm seeing about Legette wetting the bed in training camp today?
Hey,
Well,
Oh
that's
my
something that
God.
that hasn't been talked about a lot either.
what'd you say, JJ?
I say it's something that hasn't been acknowledged. I've been watching
What's that?
everybody. I've been seeing everybody has dropped. Nobody has talked about that. So I'm curious to see what you got to say, Doug.
So you're talking about Xavier Legette because he even alluded
Yes,
that this wasn't a good practice for him. I
Yeah.
think the
yes,
good thing
Mm-hmm.
about it for me is him acknowledging that hey, this is the NFL. I can't do what I did in college. And what it
yes.
basically sounded to me was like loping. What I mean by loping is just going through the motions. One thing I
Being
did
lazy.
like, yep, being lazy. One thing I did like is JC Horn gave him his praises and said how physical he is at the line.
Yeah.
But what one thing that I do want to see is going into like JJ said with Tony bringing the point of Bryce. I want to see how he comes into day two. Like now, wow, now you know you went to OTA's minicamp. No, this is the real deal. Now this is training camp, and you set out
Yeah.
during mandatory
Mm-hmm.
minicamp because of your hammy, whatever we thought it was for precaution. So
Yeah.
now I need to see going into tomorrow. What do you show? Because I know people want people to build days. You have to build days. Yeah, you're training with NFL. I think he brought up he was training with Pearsall, Debo, and there was another wide receiver that got drafted. Okay, that's cool and dandy. You can train, but now this is where you get your mental reps. You get your team reps. Like I need to see
Mm-hmm.
it. Like y'all in California playing catch. Like they're playing catch right now.
Mm-hmm.
When them pads come on,
Yeah.
click clack. It ain't no. Oh, I had a bad day. Again, we trained up to the first round for a reason where we could have stayed back, and you had another couple of options
Mm-hmm.
there. So I
A
love
center.
Xavier Leggett as much as the next person, but I know when it comes to tomorrow and then Saturday, we need to start building days up. I mean, if you drop balls, cool.
Yeah.
Everybody drops balls, but you got to build on days. I don't need to hear like JJ just said. You went to bed. You didn't show up. You didn't do anything.
Well, let's give him a little
Legette
credit.
fishbowl.
Like we said, the man he admitted it. You know what I'm saying? He was kind of harder on himself before the reporters
Mm-hmm.
even had a chance to get on him because I believe it was Sheena and Vashti that asked him like the first two or three questions, and he
Mm-hmm.
immediately said like, "Listen, you know what I'm saying? It was a slow day for me. You know, I could have been better in this area, that area, this area. I didn't look good out there." Tomorrow, I'm gonna come out with, and hopefully things will be better. So that self-evaluation, like Sheena Quick mentioned when she was talking to him, he was like, yeah, that's what it is. So you like to see
Mm-hmm.
a younger player, especially a rookie, like that do that because that's not something that they do often. You know what I'm saying? So
Facts.
so
Mm-hmm.
so the fact that he was aware of what type of data he had, regardless if it was day one or day 10, he know what he did wrong and what he needs to do going forward and make things better. So let's just give him a little time, let him get his feet wet, because regardless if he was a first rounder or seventh rounder, he's still a rookie in the NFL.
So hold on, Tony. What you saying it now? I agree with you because we said the same thing. I'm gonna give him grace. I'm gonna give him grace because it is day one. But that grace comes with a grain of salt. How many practices are we
Uh-huh.
giving him? How many practices are we actually giving him
Well,
until we like okay now?
Yeah,
Hey,
because
hold on, y'all. Hold on,
as
real quick,
a
real quick, real quick. I gotta pause. Look at Fishbulb comment. He said that man just might miss his horse back. Oh, oh my
wait a
God.
minute.
Hey,
Oh
Fishbulb,
God.
let me tell you, when I say I was talking about you
Oh,
earlier, we were waiting in line to get into camp and was talking with PPP and Uncle Quan. I was talking to you because I'm talking about you because how you always in this chat and you're finding different phrases to use the P's and PPP. Lord have mercy. Hey, you know what? Hey, my hat's off to you, dog. You got a knack for it, my brother. You got it. Go ahead, Joe. I'm
that was
sorry. Go
that was
ahead. Go
right on
ahead.
time right there. That was right on time.
my whole
Oh,
Go
thing
ahead,
is,
I'm
Doug.
sorry.
I'm pretty sure.
Oh, go ahead, JJ.
Oh, my fault. I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
No, no, go ahead. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, you good,
Nah,
JJ. Go ahead.
Okay, but yeah, all I was gonna say is, if I'm not mistaken, in that presser as well, he mentioned about not being prepared and having to get
Facts.
in that
Preach
Mm,
it.
playbook more. That
Preach it.
is more of a problem than you drop a couple passes or whatever the case may be. Because bruh, you done
yes.
had since April. Like so now it's time to
Facts.
get shit popping. I don't need to hear that it's a lack of preparation. That was a red flag to me. I didn't really care. Like he definitely was MIA in practice, but that is what stuck out to me. Nothing else really. All of that shit sounds good. I gotta work harder. I gotta do this. I gotta do that.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you not
Mm-hmm.
ready to go? Being a first round pick, and Tone, I know you say he's a rookie in the NFL. You got to be ready to go. Your number is called. You know what
Yeah.
time it is. You know what time it is. Like this is the
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
same thing kind of that we saw with Mingo last year. Like we're bringing you in, and this is really like your audition to see if you can be our wide receiver one in the future. Because I
Yeah.
try to tell people that I believe we should sign Deontay Johnson before we even hit today, but a lot of people disagree with me. So okay, cool. So now what's going to happen is you're running the risk of Deontay Johnson going for 11, 12, and now his
Mm-hmm.
price is up. Now his price is up, and you're not going to want to pay that money to a guy like that. And so when I hear
Well,
a guy that
it's
could potentially be wide receiver one next season talking about a lack of preparation,
Mm-hmm.
it's just like, bro, it's like
but
a never ending cycle with the franchise, bro.
for one, especially on this situation right here. I never looked at Xavier Legette as being a wide receiver one. Period. Full stop. There
mhm.
Why?
was a lot of people in Panther Nation that liked that pick. Was glad that we traded. Took him with our first pick in the draft. When we got Deontay Johnson, listen, I didn't think that we needed another wide receiver, but we got one. Um, he's not going to come into the league and be like a Justin Jefferson or Jamar Chase or hell even Devontae Smith from Philly. You know what I'm saying? Like people have to remember XL only had like 1 year of true production in college. He's still learning the game, learning the position, even though he was at South Carolina for 5 years. Like he was only like their true number one receiver for 1 year. So
Which is
that's
last
going
year.
to take time. And so a lot of people was already wanting to, give him the wide receiver one spot right off the back. And I'm like, no, definitely not. But this is to me, this is what happens when we try to put too much expectations on someone because they were a first round pick. So, you know, um with
At
Excel,
what point?
I'm just
At
saying
what point
just
are we
because
allowed
it,
to start putting expectations on guys? That's
well,
all I
Well,
want to know.
go ahead, JJ.
From,
but here's the
from the
thing though.
jump.
Like I'm saying, like it's just day one. This is just me. This is just day
Mm.
one. And the fact that he recognized that he had a shitty day, that he recognized that his day was bad, that he did self-evaluation, to me, that's progress. That's
But
progress. That's
Mm.
that's not him
I
coming to the
respect it.
mic saying, yeah, it was okay. I would just no. He had a bad day and he owned it. So
so
I respect
so
and
so
it,
Tony, can I make this point though? Because you're making a good point. But this is the point that I think the expectations when he was drafted, people already put him as number one, and we had Deontay Johnson, you had a Adam Thielen, you had a Terrence Marshall, you had an ISM. They were all already on the roster. So when we drafted Xavier Legette, I really think any wide receiver, a Troy Franklin, a Ricky Pearsall, what's the boy from LSU that the second boy that got drafted?
Oh, God, I
Lord
can't
Jesus,
think. I know
what's
you're
his
talking
name?
about. I can't think of his name. Yeah.
His he was supposed to come to Carolina. I think any wide receiver that we were drafting this year, expectations were they were going to come in as number one. That's one thing that I think
Mm-hmm.
we've all pulled back, and JJ even said it. Even though I'm talking about JC Horn, I'm just happy that he's actually practicing. He looks better, but I have to temper my fandom and my football knowledge. This is only day one. And again, for us to think as fans when we drafted the young man that he can be the number one option, that is asinine. Really asinine for us to even think where he just said, I haven't even, been in the playbook really. Like he's still really a young minded NFL player. Yes, this is
Yeah.
something where JJ just said you don't want to hear. But if you look at the greats, I look at Randy Moss went in the playbook his first year. Randy just went out there and played. He said it himself. Um, Terrell Owens, he wasn't a playbook junkie. Not saying that he has
Can
the
we not do
caliber.
that though? Can we not do that?
Do
Can we
what?
not? Can we not mention Xavier Legette in amongst the conversation with the greats like that? Like I'm not like
Okay, okay,
like John
okay,
honestly. Like you don't get you
so
don't get the same bill as Randy Moss and Terrell Owens, bro.
okay,
Like it's
okay,
crazy.
but hold on, but let's really be real. Did we really think that those wide receivers, especially Terrell Owens, did we know that he was going to be what he was when he came in the league?
Not Terrell
I
Owens,
don't
but
know.
Randy Moss, yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
Randy Moss, we
Randy
did.
Moss, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the reason why I'm saying JJ. Like I said, I'm just giving a example of the greats. We don't know what Xavier Legette's going to be. It's a mindset, and I agree with you. If you wanted to play for your hometown team, you should have had the mindset. I'm gonna come out there, prove everybody wrong. The reason why they
Yeah,
feel like Carolina Panthers didn't reach for me. So I
right.
agree with you with that point. But at the same time,
It's
he's a
it's a
young man.
dog mentality, dog. It's a
Yeah,
dog
I agree.
mentality. I'm just
I
and
agree
I
with
just
that
get
one.
like that. That's like I feel like it's part of the problem. Like as a fan base, we'll give these guys like, and again, it's an overreaction because it's day one. You know what I'm saying? So like
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
just get like you know what I'm saying. Like even with Icky, when he was talking about like last year, he thought he arrived, and so that's why he took a step back. Like, and I didn't really see much pushback on that either. But it's just like, bro, that's part of the problem. We don't got no right now. It doesn't look like we got no dogs, no true killers, bro. And that to me
I
is
can't agree with that one, JJ. Nah,
who
that you
who
can't say Derrick Brown. You can't say Derrick Brown ain't no
DB.
true killer. He ain't no
No,
dog.
you're right.
You can't
I
You're
say
got
right.
you, Panther
Ashawn.
dog.
You can't
You're
say
right.
Ashawn Robinson ain't no true dog. He ain't no killer.
We haven't
You
seen
can't
A.
say
Shine.
We'll
I'll
see.
say
but
Clowney.
hold
I'll
on,
say Clowney
hold on.
off of today though,
We'll
We
see.
Tony.
haven't seen
We'll see.
Ashawn Robinson in a Panthers uniform, but if you have followed Ashawn Robinson since he came out of Alabama, he has been a dog wherever he's been. So a
That's a
dog is
fact.
a dog, no matter what kind
That's
of
a fact.
uniform you got
That's
on.
a
So
fact.
that's what I'm
That's a
saying.
fact.
He ain't coming to Carolina just to be a dog for the first time. No, Ashawn Robinson been a dog. So that's what I'm saying.
I
We
needed
have
to rub
That's
off.
a
dogs
fact.
on that team.
I just needed to rub off. That's it. We
Yeah.
got a lot of
I feel
passive.
you.
Hey, we got a lot of passive leaders too. That's another thing.
Yeah.
We got a lot of passive leaders. Ashawn seems to be very quiet. The Davion, he made his comments the other day about, he tries to lead by example. We need somebody that's gonna chat to these young guys so
But let me ask you
the
this, JJ.
opportunity.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Would you rather have somebody? Would you
Sorry, y'all.
rather?
My bad.
Would you rather have somebody that's gonna talk about it or be about it?
I'd rather have somebody that's gonna talk about it and then back it up and be about it. I.e. a Richard
So,
Sherman. Like
so
Hey,
i.e. a Richard
but you know
Sherman,
what though,
i.e. a Ray
fellas?
Lewis, i.e. I mean the list goes
Yeah.
on and on.
Hey,
yeah,
but
I
you know
got you.
what though?
Even
I
even Luke
think the
chatted.
beauty.
Even Luke Kuechly chatted.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? He was
yeah.
clerk
Oh,
when his clothes
no.
was off,
Yeah, yeah,
but
yeah,
he chatted
Hickley was beyond chatted. Hickley
for
talked straight
sure.
shit on the field.
yeah,
For
Yeah,
Yeah, he
sure.
did.
he talked
That
straight shit on the
yeah,
yeah,
for
field, buddy.
sure.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
the
Luke,
mentality.
But
yeah.
but I think the beauty in all this though, and I wanted to get back to something you said earlier, JJ, and when you were talking about when do we put expectations on players, and I was like, we do that from day one. I don't care who you are. I don't care who you are. If you're a fan of football, whatever team you like, when your team drafts somebody or you sign somebody, I think internally everybody says, okay, well, I expect this person to do this. But you go to Tony over here, well, his expectations might be completely different. It might be more long term, this and that, the third. That's why I say I love the beauty of podcasting and doing stuff like this because it gives us
Yeah.
a chance to see, everybody's, different opinion. Because I'm kind of with you, JJ. I got expectations for everybody from day one. Now,
Yeah.
mind you, I'm not gonna get on here, like I did last year and spew all my expectations, for everybody because I'm like, you know what? Let's get to something, let's get to see the live bullets flying first. Then I'm gonna ease my expectations on to everybody, and then we'll go from there. But
JJ,
Hey,
PPP,
hey,
what's
hey,
going on?
CJ.
Oh, go
Go
ahead, Doug.
No, only thing I was gonna say was because this is a topic where JJ brought up something about expectations, but he said, everybody's talking about Bryce and the team, but nobody on the panel so far has talked about what Derek Brown said. Did everybody see what he brought up after practice about the
Mm.
mindset of this team? JJ,
Yeah,
did you hear
yeah,
that?
I saw it. I saw
Okay.
it.
Okay,
No,
so
Yeah,
okay, so
he talked about. He
go
talked
ahead,
about.
Tony.
Yeah, he was just basically talking about how this team this year is different, and they hope that they get to
This is not the ass sorry Panthers. That's exactly what he
yeah,
said.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
exactly what he said.
What up,
yeah,
Dig?
that's exactly what he said.
That's
Yeah,
exactly what he just said. He
just
said
like
he said this is
sorry
not
ass
the ass
Panthers
of
from last
Panthers.
year.
That's
Yeah,
or from
Okay.
previous years, and that's the
yeah,
mindset where you guys are saying you need that vocal leader. You got people that are going to set a standard. That's one thing that the Carolina Panthers have not really had because if you look at it, the different coaches that we've had has been different philosophies, different mindsets, and
Mm-hmm.
who knows? Like I said, it was a short reign for Matt Rule. As we see, it was a short reign for Frank Wright. Why does it have to be
mhm.
this year that you have one of your top tier players say, "Oh, we're not the ass Panthers that we were the previous years." So again, one thing that
Yeah.
I even love with Dave Canales came over to the fans and not the VIP. He came over to the fans where the people there just are the regular people and said, "Hey, we're all about the ball." What he's been saying, he was like, "We're going to try to take care of the ball." So it's more of I think it is a mindset, and I know JJ was like, "Why did they in practice 30 minutes prior?" You can get mental reps just like you get physical reps, and just like Xavier Legette just said, I ain't been in my playbook. Hopefully, they went inside and got in that classroom and got in them position rooms and broke down the film and went over plays. Because again,
Which is
mental reps
Hopefully.
are just as important as physical reps being on the field. Because muscle memory, you can
Yeah.
remember things, and physical, it goes hand in hand. So,
yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Hey, well,
Hey JJ,
PPP,
we
what's
just
going
trying to
on,
lift
big
your
dog?
spirits up a little bit.
say it again.
Oh no,
Hold
I
on.
was saying JJ. Go ahead, CJ.
What'd you say? I didn't hear what you
Uh,
said, Tom.
he said he was trying to lift your spirits a little bit, JJ.
Oh, hey man. The reason why I'm the way I am is because I've been burnt by this before. So now it's just a level of irritation. You know what I'm saying? Like when I hear a
Gotcha.
rookie come,
Yeah.
and so it very well may be unfair to XL for us to even be having this conversation, but unfortunately, you just got to know the situation you coming into, bro. We ain't been to the
That's true.
Yeah.
playoffs in about 7 or 8 years, so unfortunately, I don't want to hear that you ain't been in your playbook because I'm tired of that shit. And it may not have nothing to do
Yeah.
with you because you are a rookie. It may not have nothing to do with you, but you got to understand the situation. That's why they say it's always a time and a place. So yeah,
That's true.
I don't want to hear that. And like I said, it may be unfair to him, and I can acknowledge that, but it's just a certain level of irritation. Irritation, that's it for sure.
Grown man says stay off Sugar Creek, JJ. Hey, okay. Let me go ahead. Hey, PPP. All right, we got you this time, dog. How you doing, brother? Welcome.
Hey, fellas, can y'all hear me? I'm using my
hey,
AirPods right now. Can
Yes,
y'all hear
sir.
me?
that's a
Yes.
Sugar Creek. Hey, that's a Sugar Creek legend right there, man. Coming up on the platform.
Bishop 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 blurred me out. Yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I definitely was on Sugar Creek to deliver some packages, but there
yeah,
wasn't
you
those
was.
type of packages. That's what I said. I keep trying to tell people I can't get got because I'm gonna tell them myself. You know what I mean. But what's up,
Oh
JJ?
God.
uh,
Good to see you guys. Tony, CJ, Dougie, what's up, man? How y'all fellas
Man, what's
doing,
going
man?
on? What's
What's
going
happening, my
on,
guy?
good,
man?
man.
Oh
Hey,
man,
What up,
I'm
brother?
doing
tell
good.
us tell us how you feeling, Prime.
Yeah, I think JJ is kind of right in his assessment. I do think that this is a little early to have this conversation. The one thing that I do look for in these press conferences is context, and the context that Xavier Legette gave was, I think one of the reporters asked, was it from the coaches? Him saying that he didn't, do his best or give his best or whatever was said. He said, no, this is self evaluation. So, you know, I would I'm actually grateful that a rookie is saying, you know, these things now, day one of training camp. Hey, man, let me go ahead and let me, you know, turn it up a notch. You know, I don't need to wait for no one to tell me. I know what I need to do. So I think this is good. You know, I know we've been burnt years past. More notable or the more closest one is Jonathan Mingo, who I feel was very, very below the marker and where we thought he was going to be at last year. But I do believe that with Xavier Legette having that type of self awareness in himself, I think that's pretty good. I mean, we got a long training camp. This is only day one. We haven't even seen preseason, and you know, I'm excited about what Xavier Legette is going to do. So yeah, it may be a little premature, but you know, it is something that kind of made me cringe a little bit until I kind of went back and listened to it one more time. I'm like, all right, this is just self evaluation that this guy's doing, which is something that I love.
I'm with you
Okay.
on that one, Prime.
Right.
How many wins do you
Hey,
guys
and
have
I
us
did
at?
want, huh?
My bad, CJ. I just wanted to see
Go
how
ahead.
many wins y'all had us at. Like everybody, how many wins do y'all have us at?
The Florida
Right
Steelers.
now, I'm thinking about 5 or 6.
Yeah, I've said 8 wins this season.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm
I'm at,
closer to
I'm at,
8 myself.
yeah, I'm about 7, 8 as a ceiling, 4 or 5 as the floor.
Okay,
Yo,
Fish bub.
I'm at
yo,
8.
hold
Like I
on.
said,
Did you?
oh, come on, my bad.
No, my bad, Doug. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry. That's my fault.
No, go ahead. No, go ahead.
No. You good, Doug. I was just gonna put a comment. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Give us your prediction. My
No, I
bad.
was just gonna say 8. I said 8. Anything below 5, I kind of got
Uh huh.
a scratching of the head type moment. But eight,
Right.
eight,
Gotcha.
8 should be definitely be reachable.
8 should be doable, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I can't do 3 or 4. That's gonna send me over the edge, bro. And y'all and CJ and Tone, y'all already know how I get. Like that's gonna
and,
send me over
Yeah.
the edge, bro. I'm
and
telling
when
you.
Well, we've been voted
and
the
when
most
you
miserable fan base in the NFL, so
Well, they
you
ain't
might
lying.
not be by yourself.
They ain't
I
lying.
I, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I know, and I've learned that just be doing this podcast for the last 2 years. I'm telling you, you know, you see people, you meet people, listen to people, and I be like, yeah, you know, I can agree.
I get so excited for football season, bro, and then it's just like when we get to about week 7 or week 8, I'm in like a constant
Mhm.
state of depression. And I shouldn't let it affect me that
Yeah,
much. But that's legitimately how it is,
facts.
bro. Like that's really how it is. Like legitimately, like
I
mental
will I
health.
will I will say this real quick. Like when I look at the schedule, and I know we've done schedule, conversations quite often on all of our podcasts. But when you look at it, the Panthers, in my opinion, and I'm not trying to be biased, but I'm just looking at it objectively. I think we have the best spread out of games NFC South wise that anyone could probably ask for. I mean, if we really can take hold of these other two divisions that we're sparring with, and if we can at least week 1 and what is that, week 6, at least come out with wins there. I think we have one more game before or maybe after the bye. I think we have 3 before the bye and 3 after the bye. If we
Mhm.
can go 3 and
Mm.
0 in the NFC South before the bye, I would feel comfortable because Atlanta has a really, really tough schedule. Baltimore is playing the Bucks and whatever top schedule that the Bucks has. So I
Mhm.
feel like if we can solidify at least a 3-0 NFC South record going into the bye, I think that'll do well because the last 2 games of the season is the Bucks and Atlanta. If we're doing our business, if we're handling our business, we can be in the hunt for at least a wild card spot somewhere. Come the end of the season. So the Panthers just have to make sure that they really capitalize on these games that are possible winnable games. You know what I mean?
Hey, let me piggyback off
Mhm.
PPP because let's just really, how you're supposed to, how people break it down in quarters for games. Like you do first
Right.
4 games. If you look at it, you got the Saints. You got a home opener against the Chargers. I forgot who we play after that, and I know we play the
Vegas.
Bengals. Vegas.
Vegas.
Then you got the
Yeah.
Bengals. At best, you can go 3-1.
Two
At best, you can go 3-1. At the median, you can go 2-2. The worst, you can go 1-3. What realistic expectations do we really think this team can hit? Either 3-1, 2-2, or 1-3 in those first 4 games. That would really tell you the
Okay.
energy and how this team really can go going forward.
I would say
Yeah.
2-2.
Yeah.
I would say 2-2 as well.
Yeah, 2-2 is pretty doable. It's pretty
Because
doable.
Yeah,
nobody,
2-2.
nobody on Vegas
I'm a
scares
hope
me.
for 2-2.
Yeah, nobody in Vegas scares me, and nobody
Look,
rooting for the
Roadmaster
Chargers
0-4.
scare me.
Well, I
So
always say this, and it's been a constant thing. If you play Joe Burrow early in the year, you could probably snag one. And luckily, he's week 4 for us.
Correct.
So
Yeah.
that.
off too. They say he lost his aura. He just cut the hair off. So you might be able to get him for
Yeah.
sure.
So the one game that does kind of scare me a little bit, and I know you said Las Vegas don't really scare you, but that's Las Vegas' first home game is when they play us. So there's going to be a lot of energy in that stadium.
But
For
PPP,
their
what about
first
their
home
quarterback?
game.
What about their
What?
quarterback? How much do you trust their quarterback?
Well, you know what? The way that
Who is
old
their
boy got
quarterback?
O'Connell, I think.
O'Connell.
But the way that head coach got that team playing,
Antonio Pierce. Yeah.
yeah, man, yeah. I mean, he got them playing real good, man. Real good ball going down the stretch there. So it's going to be important that the offense really hold up because that's going to be an offensive dependent game right there. We got to score points. We have to in that game. It ain't no field goal stuff now. We got to score touchdowns in that game.
Y'all might as well come to
Hey,
Vegas.
I do want to say this. Oh, go ahead, JJ.
I was just saying, y'all might as well come to Vegas. Tone, go ahead and gas the jet up. Just meet us in
Bruh.
Vegas. We'll be
When I
we'll
s-
be there week 3. We'll be there week 3. I want to see what
Okay.
the hype is about.
Hey,
Tone, I want to see.
JJ, if I go back to Vegas, I'm not leaving. I just went to Vegas in June, and I'm ready to go back. CJ said it. CJ called me when I met him. He
I
was like, "Doug,
told
how you
you.
like it?"
I
He was like,
told you.
he was like, "Doug." He was like, "How hot is it?" I said, "It ain't too hot." It got 112 the next day. I'm already looking to go to Vegas next year. If you have never been to
Mm-hmm.
Vegas and you go for your first time, this going for a football game.
Yeah, this is my first
Trust
time.
me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, JJ, look, I'm letting you know. Look, CJ told me I do not want you to get trapped in the love of Vegas. And like I said, I was there 4 or 5, I think like 4 days, and I still wasn't able to do stuff that I was able to do. So I'm telling you, it's gonna be a vibe. You're gonna be wanting to go to the game, but it's so much
Yeah.
going on in Vegas. And PPP had a point. The energy just it's something about being in Vegas. Like that Death Star, when you land, you can see it in your. It depends on when you sit on the plane, but you sit on the left hand side. If people think SoFi is a butte, if they think AT&T is a butte, wait till you see the Death Star in person. How do you say the
Mm-hmm.
stadium's name? Is it Allegiant? Is it Allegiant
Allegiant.
Stadium?
Yeah, it's Allegiant
Mm-hmm.
Stadium.
Allegiant Stadium in person. That
It's
thing
nice.
is beautiful, beautiful.
Nice.
And like I said,
Nice.
PPP got a point. Home field does bring you energy, but personnel wise, I'm not too scared either. But when you have, like you
Mm-hmm.
said, a coach that believes in the team, you do have, top 100 players on that team of offense and defense. That is going to be a hostile environment that we're going to have to go into and pull a road game off. I definitely agree with him on that.
Yeah.
But I just
Yeah.
have to see it for myself.
Yeah. I feel. Hey, and I'll say Red Swan bring you up in a second, but somebody was talking about Joe Burrow. We're not beating Joe Burrow, and I'm not even gonna lie. So you know me, I'm always with the jokes. And has anybody seen his new do? Yeah, y'all seen his new haircut and his
Yeah.
new hair color?
He
Nah,
like, he like,
let
he
me go
like
check it out.
WWE. He like Cody
Hold on.
Rhodes.
Hey, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Let me tell you. I was waiting till I got a moment to say this. When I say I saw a clip of him and somebody put Cody Rhodes tattoo on his neck and put the WWE championship belt on his arm and
Oh
started singing
snap!
the with his theme song. Yo, I hollered. But I'm telling you, I was like, yo, he said we might be able to beat Cody Rhodes instead of Joe Burrow. Hey, but Red Swarm, man, what's going on, dog? How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. What up,
That's
CJ?
blue. That's blue.
Well,
That's blue
Oh, that's right,
swarm.
Blue Swarm.
I'll be
Hey man, take that
I'll
off
be
and
blue.
retype that.
I'll be blue for the night, but I'm probably gonna be dirty swarm in a couple of weeks coming up soon. Hey,
week
Uh
hey,
six, week six, you will be.
yeah, okay. Hey,
oh.
hey, fellas, check it out, man. I enjoying the
What's up?
show, enjoying the content. Everybody is excited. Every team's fan base has a right to be really, really pumped and excited. It's the preseason. Everybody is 0-0. Nothing to worry about.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So let's give grace to every team. PPP.
Yes, sir.
Why out of all the teams in the NFL
Yes, sir.
and more in particular in the NFC South,
Yes, sir.
why in the world do
hmm
you keep bringing up my team schedule?
Because I think the difficulty level
Do
is
do you
just
do
as
you view me as the champion of the NFC South that you want to knock off the crown?
well. Well, no, no, no.
Absolutely not.
I'm
I
curious
think.
why he keep bringing up my team schedule, fellas.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. When you look at your team schedule, the first 3 weeks, week one, you played the Pittsburgh Steelers.
But I know the schedule
Week
very well. My question
right.
is, why of all the teams in the division do you keep singling out my team?
I'm about to explain it to you. If you give me 1 second here. This
Oh,
is the
oh,
reason
oh,
why.
oh, 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 okay, okay, okay. Go
Yes, sir.
ahead.
This is why I do it. When you look at your schedule breakdown in a 10-week time period, you play the NFC South teams 5 times. So you got to think now.
That
You
means
guys
that
play,
we can curb stomp y'all and set ourselves apart with a 5-0 record in the division that nobody can catch up later. Insurmountable.
but in the same token, you can also lose 3 to 4 of those games early on,
That's a
and
fact.
you see what I'm saying. So it's not necessarily just about the Falcons. I'm looking at the difficulty level, and like I was saying, you guys play the Steelers week one, week two you have the Eagles,
We
week
we we
three
have the
it's
easiest
Camp.
strength of schedule in the NFL.
Well, hold on, Red. I didn't cut you off. You got the Steelers,
Okay.
you got the Eagles, then you have the Kansas City
Mm.
Chiefs. That's 3 weeks. Then you have 3 weeks after that of nothing but NFC South. Then you take a week and you go somewhere, another NFC South game. Take a week off, another NFC South game. You feel me? So you guys got a lot in that short time period right there. It's why I'm saying that if you guys aren't like on point, you guys can find yourself out of the playoff hunt just by NFC South standings early on. You feel me? That's why I'm saying that, because it's not spread out like how other teams in the NFC South is. That's the only reason why I'm saying that. It's not because I'm picking on the Falcons. I'm just being objective on how I'm looking at things. That's all.
So first of all, let me say this. I don't think you're picking on the Falcons. I
Yes,
think you
sir.
hate. I think you hate the Falcons, as as you rightfully should, because I think when we move on from our historic rivalry with the
Yes,
Saints,
sir.
because they are about to go into a deep rebuild,
Yes, sir.
that what we
Facts.
will see, as I have said many times, and many of y'all have heard me say it before, the new NFC South rivalry will exist between the Falcons and the Panthers because of our movement that's being undertaken right now with youth on our teams.
Okay.
But we
Mm.
ain't there yet. And so I heard that statement.
hmm
You said the very real possibility that y'all can go 3-0 in the division by week something, 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 something.
Yeah.
I heard everybody else on here say, hey, when C. Dougie broke it down, let's look at them in the quarters. So hey, like I said, it's the preseason. Everybody excited. Let me tell y'all where I am.
hmm
Tell y'all where I am. Because I try to view what I think my team is going to do realistically this year. And I'm not saying that y'all don't. I'm not saying that y'all don't. But
Sure.
yeah, yeah, yeah. In the first four games, I think there's a strong possibility that my team can come out of that at 1-4. I mean 1-3.
hmm
I think there's probably a greater possibility that we come out of that at 2-2. And it's even a remote possibility that we could be 3-1. Now let me tell you, if we're 4-0, we have set the NFL on fire at that time.
Absolutely, I agree with you. Red. If you
Yeah.
guys go, 4-0, that means you beat the Steelers, you beat the Eagles, you beat the Chiefs, and then you beat who's that? The Bucks that you guys play first.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's a Monday night game if I'm not mistaken. Yeah,
Well, I think
absolutely,
it's
bro.
3 primetime games in there somewhere. I don't
It,
know,
it,
two
it
or
is.
three, two or
It
three,
is. It's the
and
Eagles,
and
the
a lot of
Chiefs,
that
and I
has
think
to
the
do with
Bucks.
Kirk. A lot of that has to do with Kirk Cousins. A
That's
lot of
cool.
that,
Yeah.
admittedly, so has to do with Kirk Cousins
Hmm.
because ain't no way Desmond Ritter or Taylor Heineke would have drawn the NFL attention to get primetime games. Period. I
He
mean, it would have
throwing
been like them
shots.
putting
He
Bryce
throwing
Young on.
shots. Thank you.
Well,
Look, no, I'm gonna get you before you say. I
well
knew you was gonna throw that shot.
Yeah, I
Look,
about to say
look,
don't start
look.
red. I'm
Hey,
gonna
I
mute
set
you
it
hey,
right
up
he
now.
said,
I'm gonna
slow.
look,
mute you.
I
look,
set it
CJ,
up slow
CJ.
though.
I was gonna get him before he got him. He been feeling himself today
Uh huh.
because look,
That
I don't know if
Had to
y'all
hit
was
that
for
seen
the
what
mute
Anthony
button.
Richardson. Look, y'all know if
that
y'all
was
seen
for
what
the
Anthony
that was
Richardson
for the list.
had. No, look, that's his look.
Woo!
I told you. See,
Woo!
you see,
Woo!
he been feeling
Woo!
himself today.
Hold on,
He been
red.
feeling
Hold on,
himself
red. Hold on,
today.
red.
That was that. No,
Hey, well,
no.
hold on, everybody. Hold on, everybody. Nick Tri-State is in the building.
What
Patiently wait,
up?
man. How you
What's
doing, sir?
good? What's good?
What's
Nick,
What's
going
up,
on,
Nick?
what's
man? What's
up,
going on,
Nick?
man?
Chilling.
All right,
Cooling.
so we gonna pivot back
Yeah,
to
yeah,
the Panthers here and
yeah, yeah,
stop
yeah,
talking about them old dingy birds down in
yeah, yeah,
West
yeah.
Shelton.
I
All
just
right,
had to. I
so
had to get PPP, man. That's all. That's all, brothers.
oh, you
That's
good,
all,
Swan?
man.
You good, Swan? Hey, so Nick, man, welcome. Thank you for coming up.
What's good,
What did you think
Villains? For
about
having me.
training camp today? Hey, anytime,
Um,
man. Anytime.
nah, I caught a couple of highlights. I watched it earlier.
Mm-hmm.
One thing that I saw that I think it was I saw it on Twitter. JC was who's number 23 in our team, fellas, this year?
Dane
Damn, I don't
Jackson.
know, but was it Dane Jackson? Okay, so I saw a
Yeah,
clip of
Dane Jackson. Yeah.
JC really working with him, and I like to see that. And it had
Mm-hmm.
me thinking. And it had me thinking. Y'all remember why we got rid of Steve Smith so Cam Newton could be the leader of the team? I think in similar fashion, it's why we got rid of Dante Jackson so JC could take the threshold of the defensive backfield as the leader. And I think he's trying to grow into that role, man. I think JC's prime for a breakout year this year. Prime for a
Speak
breakout
it,
year.
speak
Facts.
it,
I
speak
think he's
it.
Facts.
primed
Right.
for it. I'm going out on a bold prediction. When the NFL does the top 100 players list next year, he's going to be on it. He's going to be on it.
If he's healthy, I agree. I
Nick,
definitely
Nick,
agree.
Nick.
If he's healthy.
Yeah,
How
if
many
he's
interceptions
healthy.
do you see him getting? How many interceptions do you see him getting?
It's tough. It's tough, Dougie, because it's like interceptions don't really it means something, but then it don't because it's like sometimes the ball just not going their way. You feel me? They just
Hmm.
pose that much of a threat
Yeah,
that the ball's going their side 2 times a game. But I think JC's prime for maybe 4 or 5 picks
that
this year.
part.
I think he's going for
Okay.
4 or 5 picks
Mm-hmm.
because he got great hands. JC
Excuse me.
does have great
If,
hands. He's shown that ability too. There's a
mhm.
lot of
If he
optimism
can,
to have as a Panther fan, fellas. There's definitely plenty of optimism, but I think Dan Morgan himself showed in his press conference he doesn't he's not even setting the bar high. The way he said, "Oh, if the playoffs were taking it like, yeah, that's the right mindset to have one play 1 day at a time." But the way he said, he's like playoffs. The way he kind of downgraded it, like, if it happens, it's like the way he said it. You know what I mean? It's not what you say, it's how you say it. It was like the way he said it kind of strung off on me. Like he's not even
mm-hmm.
expecting playoffs type. You know what I mean? Like
I
he's
think
not
he
even
looking
thinking
more.
that.
I think you're looking more of it as it's just a process, and the process is not going to happen overnight. We've been saying for the past 2 years or better that even though the Panthers wouldn't say it, that they have been in the rebuild. I mean, let's
There you
let's
go,
just be
Tony.
honest. And when you have no consistency from the top down, you know what I'm saying?
It's
It's
tough.
hard to have it. Yeah, it's tough to do anything. It's tough to have those high expectations when there's no continuity, there's no chemistry, and
No
there's no
stability.
consistency.
Yep.
So with Dan Morgan, Dave Canales have planned, they understand that this is not going to be done overnight. They even said it. in their initial press conference that this is going to be a rebuild, that it's going to be a progress, that they have a plan in motion, and they're going to stick to the plan. So I just think some fans um, need to try to adopt that just a little bit. Now, of course, I know we're going to get overzealous, more than what the front office says, or we're like, damn, what they say. We want to win right now. I want to win right now too, but the reality of it is, I don't think Dan Morgan is expecting playoffs. If playoffs happen, I think he'll be more excited than
Hmm.
anybody. But I don't think he's going into it with the mindset, and he shouldn't, that we just gonna be win the NFC South and we're gonna be a playoff team. We got to
Why
crawl before
not?
we walk.
Why not
Because we
though?
got to crawl. Because we have to crawl before we walk. We still in in all actuality, Nick. It's like we almost still like in infant stage. We still crawling. We have no identity. We don't know who we are. Like we were just talking about earlier on the show. Like, who are the true dogs on the team? Who are the true leaders? It may be one or two. You know what I'm saying? So you probably need a few more to step up. And say, like, listen, this is the way we do it in Carolina. This is what the keep pounding mantra means. Until we have players adopt that attitude that Thomas Davis and Luke Kuechly and Trey Boston and them boys had, we got a ways to go. We
I
got a
think
Tony,
the
ways to go. That's
leaders.
just
I think the
Hey,
leaders of
yeah.
the team are Derek Brown, Taylor Moton,
Hmm.
Shaq Thompson, and Jadavion Clowney's going to grow into that leader role. Wouldn't
Tony,
surprise me if Jadavion get that C.
can I just kind of add on this? This is not specific to no team, but it's about management and leadership. So Nick, think of it this way: what he was doing is underselling, and then what you want to do is overachieve. You don't want to
overachieve.
You ain't
oversell and
lying.
underachieve.
Mm-hmm.
You never
For
want your
sure.
organization to
Right.
look like one that oversells itself but then falls short. You, if anything, you want to undersell and overachieve, and ain't nothing
Because
wrong with
then
that, man.
I
because
You
then the
ain't lying there,
media,
Red.
then the
You ain't lying
media,
there.
then the media, fans and pundits and everybody alike is going to eat your ass alive. Because now
Mm.
you didn't deliver on what you said.
That's why every year when the Cowboys don't make it,
But
you
look,
feel me?
that don't matter though. PPP, I live, man. I can't stand it. Y'all talk about this NFC South. Living in
Yeah,
Texas, I can't
yeah.
stand it, man.
boy.
You about to have me have PTA. I
Oh.
can't stand that crap every quarter. Oh my
Yeah,
Bro, I
God.
lived in
Hey,
Dallas.
I
I
yeah.
want to
lived
say
in
this
Dallas
though.
10 years.
Hey, hold on. I do want to say this. I like how Red added that little bit at the beginning to keep himself from giving the Panthers a sort of a compliment, to our GM of how
You
he's
wrong for
trying to
that,
what way he's
CJ. You
trying to
wrong
go
for that.
about.
You wrong for
Hey,
Hey,
that,
hey,
I,
hey,
I, I
hey,
CJ.
like what you did
You
for
real
him.
slick.
I
You
like,
real
hey,
slick.
You wrong for
You
that,
he
gotta
real
watch
CJ.
him.
slick.
You
He
gotta
real
watch
slick.
Red.
I'm not saying this in particular to any team. When he talked, I said, "Oh, okay. I see you, Blue. I see you,
I
Blue
hear you,
Swarm.
bro.
I see you."
Hey, I'll tell y'all one thing. Looking at, I think right when I
Hmm.
came in, Prime was talking about Atlanta's schedule, and definitely the first half is rough. Their second half is light, but when you really think about how the NFL goes sometimes and stuff, sometimes it's just about how scheduling happens, and sometimes when you play well early, you gain momentum early. Now, if you look at, I know one thing for a fact, not being biased. If you look at the first 6 weeks of the whole NFC South, we by far have the lightest schedule out of the rest of the division. I mean, when you talk about, I mean, Prime was saying earlier, Atlanta starts off with Pittsburgh, Philly, and Kansas City, and then they got to play Tampa, and then it's three division games. That's a lot emotionally to take out of a team early in the season, and then New Orleans after us. They're looking four straight L's after that. They got to play Philly and Kansas City early too, and it's gonna be slow for them early.
Mm.
So the momentum early. If we could play well early, and at least you control your own destiny at that point. You know what I mean? If you can get up early in the division, as much as flack we give Swarm, I got to keep it a buck, man. Atlanta, that second half after week 11, it gets light for them fellas. They might hit their stride late,
Yeah.
and that's dangerous for a team like them. And in all totality. It's really like Swarm said earlier. They just got to keep their head above water the first 6 weeks. If they do that, they might be scary down the stretch.
Yeah, we got to make our point the first part of the season because
Yeah,
our
the
schedule
first
on the
4
back
weeks
half
is gonna tell
is
everything for
woo.
us. The
Yeah.
first 4 weeks is gonna tell
Absolutely.
everything for us.
Absolutely. I
Well, I would
agree.
say
Yep.
this. Y'all saying that, but how much patience do we really think David Tepper has?
Oh, he needs to
Well,
grow into having patience.
he's going to have to
He
lot
needs
of
to get
patience this
some
season.
immediately.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, he's going to have to because he brought in Dave Canales, gave him hazard pay, bought in these $150 million guards and stuff like that, man. So he's going to have patience if it's not turning over like his hedge fund stuff. You know what I mean? If it ain't turning over quick like that,
Yeah.
he's going to have to be patient.
Mm-hmm.
And can I tell y'all something,
Yeah.
man? Just as a NFC
Hold on,
South.
Red.
Go
Red.
ahead, bro. Yeah.
Red. Now you always start your point. You say, can I tell? Would you be mad if we said no? I'm sorry. Go ahead, Red. Go ahead,
I
Red.
was
I'm sorry.
expecting,
Go ahead, Red.
but this might be a little charm, man, for the Sharks. But listen, this is what I would say because
Uh-huh.
I really don't know many Bucks podcasters. RTP,
Mm.
he's out there, but obviously I know very well a lot of you guys, y'all's podcasts over here on Panthers. The Saints, I know a few of those. I follow a few of those guys. State of the Saints, Big Q, our boy Dolphs, with Keeping It Real Sports Podcast. Let me tell you something, man. The best thing in the world that y'all could do is go out there in New Orleans and stump a mud hole in them, man. And I'm talking
Yes.
about for y'all's fan base and for theirs, for talking about a culture and a mindset that y'all just got done talking about. Man, I listen to their talk shows. They already ready to run Dennis Allen out of town, man. All of their
We'll know.
fan
We'll know.
base
Mm.
We'll
is.
know week one. But like I said, Derek Carr's the same way. I'm telling you, they cannot stand Derek
Yes,
Carr in New
yes,
Orleans.
Doug. Yes, Doug. I mean, that
They
fan
cannot
base,
stand them.
that fan base is on pins and needles, thinking that half of them thinking, well, we're still the old Saints. They still got the mindset that Drew Brees and Sean Payton is there. I kid you not. That's how they sit. That's how they
Did,
talk. That's
didn't
how
they
they
draft
think.
Spencer
You know what's
Rattler?
and you
Yeah,
know what's
yeah.
wild to me? If you look back at Derek Carr's season, his numbers, he didn't have a bad season. He threw for like 3,600 yards, 25 touchdowns, 8 interceptions.
It could have been more.
If Bryce Young does that this year, all of us will be ecstatic.
He had a he had a he
You
had
know
an
what?
average season for Derek Carr, but they never
Thank you.
got any chemistry in that offense. It
But you,
looked bad. It looked worse than it was, Nick.
but you know
I
what,
hear you.
man? The
That
issue
goes to
that
show how
I've been
stats don't
seeing,
mean everything sometimes. My fault,
That's
Brian.
a fact.
no,
Yeah.
no, you get the issue that I've been seeing from a lot of Saints podcasters is just the actual scheme that Dennis Allen was using, in certain games, like situational stuff that they
Mm-hmm.
just didn't like.
Yeah.
So and
Mm.
listen, I get it, man. If you know you got because they still got Taysom Hill, they got all this stuff right here. I think last year they had Winston, right? So
Yeah. Yeah.
it's just the personnel grouping when they would change out these different quarterbacks trying to be too fancy in some cases. So for them it was just that. But if they get
Hey,
solid,
TPP.
they'll be good. I'm sorry, go ahead, Doug.
No. I was gonna say this, and I mean this wholeheartedly. Whenever we played them, the last time we played in New Orleans, the
Mm-hmm.
fans until they blocked that punt, they were calling Jameis Winston crab hands, whatever they were saying. They were calling for Jameis Winston to come in the
Yep.
game. You
Yep.
couldn't hear it.
Yep.
You could not
Yep.
hear it through the TV, I don't think. But I'm
I
serious
believe
when
it,
I say
Dougie.
that
I believe
they
it.
wanted Jameis Winston so bad because
Wow.
Derek Carr. I mean, when we played him that game, you saw how bad he played against us. The
Yeah,
momentum changed once they blocked that punt for us. That's when
yeah,
the momentum changed. Other than that, I mean, Derek Carr wasn't doing anything against us.
Me
yeah.
too,
So
Cisco.
it's crazy, man. It is really crazy, and it's scary how. My bad, y'all. My bad. I don't know if y'all heard me. My bad.
You know, yo, go
A
ahead,
little
Doug.
bit.
No, I put a comment up on the screen. They were laughing. That's all.
Okay.
Go ahead.
At fishbowl.
Oh nah, I ain't even looking at the
Yeah, go ahead,
comments.
Doug.
Nah, CJ, you already know what I'm
Go
doing.
ahead.
God bless it, America.
I know, Doug. I know.
I'm on,
Hey, yo,
I'm, I'm about to go on
I
mute
like this
before
layout,
Tony.
CJ and Tony. I like this layout, man. This is
What you
smooth.
say?
I like
I
y'all's
Yeah,
said,
layout.
appreciate it.
This
Appreciate it.
platform is
Appreciate
Hey,
Oh
you
it.
know
yeah,
what
nice.
else
yeah.
was
It's
smooth?
real
You know what else
nice.
was smooth? Deontay Johnson route running.
Oh
Mm-hmm.
Lord.
Bro, wasn't it?
Talk about it, Nick.
Wasn't it?
It
Talk about
Yes,
it, Nick.
Good
it
Lord.
was nice.
You
It was
already
nice.
know. You already know.
And guess what? Bryce got him the
Mm,
ball.
He
Bryce
did.
got,
but
sure
no, he's the
did.
focal point of the offense. But I was going to ask
Yeah, yeah.
CJ and PPP this question,
Yes, sir.
and I know who is bigger in statue, Taylor Moton or Robert Hunt in person.
in
Oh,
person.
you know what?
They
I'm gonna have,
well.
I'm gonna have to say Robert Hunt.
Yeah, Robert
ye-
Hunt looks massive.
Robert Hunt. Yeah, he's like an
but
85 Buick. You know,
That's a
type.
big
That boy
dude,
is
man.
huge. Telling you, man. Telling
hey,
He
you.
nasty. Y'all got a
Telling
good
you.
one. Y'all got a
see
good
that
one. He nasty, man.
when Mullen was walking up to us, on that side before everything got going. I mean, he is a big dude, but
Mm,
Robert Hunt, yo,
he is.
is
Hey,
and pause early. He's just wide, yo. Like, I mean, broad
Hmm.
shoulders and everything, bro. Like, yeah, he's a
what?
tank,
But
Yeah.
that's
man.
what
He said
NFL
pause
players are
early.
if you ever see them. If you ever see NFL players, you kind of notice
Mm.
them. And I don't mean this listen, I ain't gonna do all the pausing because I ain't with that shit. I'm sorry, y'all. I believe in being straight, no chaser. I mean, those guys, man, they're like have any of y'all ever seen Shaq in person?
You talking
Yes.
about
Shaq
Shaquille?
Thompson.
Shaq.
Shaquille
Shaquille
O'Neal.
Oh,
O'Neal.
Skill.
No,
No,
Shaquille
Yeah,
no,
I
O'Neal.
no,
have.
no.
Yeah, I
Nick,
have.
he looks like a big oak door, doesn't he?
Yeah, that is
He
a
does.
mammoth.
He looks like
That
a
is a
big oak door,
mammoth
like
of a
on
human being.
a mansion or something, man.
Yeah,
He's just
no, he really
wide
is.
and he about 2 feet
Bro,
thick, man. I ain't lying.
his hand almost went up to my elbow, bro. I was like, "Yo, Shaq, god dang, bro." Cuz
And
my no, I met him when I was 17. My ex-girlfriend's the her mom's boyfriend was like his nutritionist. You know what I
mm,
mean? This
Mm.
man had Shaq signed. He had Rampage Jackson signed stuff, like all types of stuff, bro. And I got to meet Shaq one time. He's real cool, real cool.
but CJ, I'm sure you
Big as
kind of
hell,
got that
bro.
same impression today.
Him and
They're
Undertaker,
different. They're
Mm.
just built different, man. They're
bro.
really built
Undertaker
different,
too.
man.
Red
Hold on.
Storm, real quick. Red
But you know
Undertaker,
who's
bro. Oh my
Yeah.
lord, that's another massive human being.
yeah, yeah. Him and Kane. But you know who else is a really big person in person? A.
Who?
Sean Robinson.
Yeah.
That's a big dude.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
didn't get to
Yeah.
see
That
him,
that
CJ,
bro.
that
how
that's a big
Austin
dude.
Corbett look? CJ, how's he moving? CJ,
He looked good.
Okay. All right. All right. Yeah. Yeah. He did. He looked good. Well, it
yes
was
sir.
funny, Pronk. Remember I told you I said that was one of the first people that I was
Yep.
going to put my camera on to see if he was all right. But him, Zavala, let me tell you, they both had the knee braces on both of their knees.
Both
Yeah,
of
they
their
did.
knees.
He looked good.
Oh boy.
And
Oh man, that's
they
scary
had
though.
knee brace on both knees. So yeah, it is. It is. But now, I don't think that I saw enough from Corbett today to
Hmm.
give a an informed opinion either way. But
Right.
I didn't see him like having any trouble snapping the ball, and
Moving.
that's when Bryce was under center. Yeah, Bryce under center, and when he was in the shotgun, there was no problems with the snap. Mind you, it was just it was nobody there. It was just them from what I could
Yeah.
see. Because when they were doing most of the offense and defense, they were on that field to the right, but they were on the other side, and everybody waiting to get in was between me and the action. And
Pad day, we'll know how
who was
Austin
drinking
Corbett's going
water?
to do.
Oh, I'm so sorry,
Yeah,
guys. I'm
yeah.
actually washing dishes. Can y'all
Oh,
mute me? I'm so sorry.
oh, okay. Oh, hold on. Okay, I got you. Yeah, I was. But he looked fine when he snapped the ball. He didn't like he had any kind of wasted motion. He didn't like he was struggling to get side to side. Anything. I ain't gonna lie. For the longest time, they was talking about Brady Christensen, taking snaps at center. I was hoping to God that I was just like maybe they just throwing that out there just to kind of to just ask something, maybe to kind of keep us calm or whatever. But man, let me tell you, when I saw Brady Christian snap that ball, I was like, oh man. I said, I said that Joker is out there. taking snaps, and then we didn't draft anybody at center, and we picked up my man from Oklahoma as
Yep.
an undrafted free agent. But
Rain.
yeah,
Yep.
but as far as I can see, Corbett, Christensen, and Andrew Ram, they all look decent. Like I said, but we won't know. Like I said, I can't give you an informed decision until the season pass come on, and even so, I'm going to reserve my opinion on Corbett until I see them practice with the Jets.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh no, I'm sorry.
But
Facts.
But the first preseason game before, I'm sorry, they going to New England before they had that joint practice. So I'll
Right.
reserve my evaluation until we play New England. So that'd be our first preseason game. But yeah,
word.
Do
At
you
least
think
he
he'll get
looked.
a lot of do you think he'll get a lot of snaps in the preseason? Because
He
this
should.
is his first
Who,
time
Corbett?
playing center. He
Yeah.
should. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I pray
part part
so.
of part of me
Please, I pray so.
wants him to get a lot of them, and part of me wants him to get just enough and get his ass out the game and make sure we keeping him healthy for the regular season. But
I got you.
yeah, but part of me wants him to play every game in the preseason. If I could guarantee it hurt, I'm telling you, I'd have him out there every snap. If I can guarantee you he'd be fine, he would play every snap, every game in the preseason. Like, go ahead and get them reps in,
Right.
big dog, because we gonna need you come week one.
Now,
Yep.
now, now I'm going to really start some shit now. So I'm gonna
Let's
get on
go.
my Bryce Young BS right now,
Go ahead,
because
Tony.
we talked about it earlier,
Mm,
and this time nobody still ain't brought it up. Y'all ain't said nothing about Bryce Young footwork today. No,
I ain't
nobody
gonna
nobody
lie.
talked about Bryce Young footwork.
Oh, I
We ain't
thought you
see
were
that
finna talk
classic.
about him showing up at practice
You know
No,
what,
at camp.
Red? Red, you know what?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Tony. CJ, don't mute me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that, bro. I'm sorry.
I'm
nah.
telling y'all, he been feeling this up. Y'all heard him doing that. I ain't gonna do it, but y'all heard
I
how
don't
he
get it.
came up, man.
I don't get it.
What?
What y'all talking about him showing up at practice? What y'all talking about? With his
you know, you
backpack
know, you
on?
know, Red throwing shade at Bryce. He got to throw shade at somebody. He throwing it
Hey,
at
Oh.
Bryce.
hey Tony, are you saying footwork like that it got better or that it still looks the same?
No, it got better. You could see the clear
Okay.
change that in his drop back. Bryce Young had that old classic style drop back where you
Hmm.
just like you backpedaling
Mhm.
um from under center. But you
Yeah.
could see that he was taking the more modern drop back today, where you see him turning with his left shoulder forward and everything, and reading his progressions from that way. I just a little slight difference. That's just
His.
what I noticed from some clips that I seen that other people have posted
Mhm.
throughout the day, and that was one of the first things I wanted to see what was his drop back was going to look like, and
Yeah.
it definitely looked
It,
different
they
than
look.
last
His
year.
feet look more active. They're more choppy. You know what I mean?
Hey, I
He's.
will. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Nick.
No, you go. That's all I was gonna say. There, his feet do look more active now. Like he's more choppy. He's more on his toes, and that's what you want. He was real lackadaisical with his drop back last year. There wasn't any
Yeah.
urgency in it
Yeah,
sometimes.
Yeah. I will
yeah,
say this also. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Tony.
no. Go ahead, Prime. My bad. Go ahead.
Well, the one thing I will say is this, man. I did like the fact that Bryce Young was stepping up into the pocket, making passes.
Yeah,
I did, I
say
did
that
like
loud.
that.
Say that loud. There's some people in the chat. I don't think they heard you. Say that loud, Prime. What you say again?
Yeah, I did like the fact that Bryce Young was actually stepping up into the pocket and making, and throwing the
Not
ball
rolling out.
and
Yeah.
not rolling out, So,
Yeah,
those are the things that you look at and you say, okay, I see a difference in this. And why? It's because we got those two big guards now up in the front that's protecting him.
But but hold on now. I'm gonna play devil's advocate a bit on this one, because it's all
yeah.
well and good when it's kind of scripted and there's a pocket there for you. You get what
Absolutely.
I'm saying? You get what I'm saying?
What you
I will
mean?
be no. It's
What you mean?
practice. It's practice. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah,
not like they're out there going 110%.
but they have
Now
to
when we
start
get
from some. They have to start
I
somewhere though.
I understand that. I understand that. I get your point and
Gotcha.
I respect it fully. But like I said, when we go against another team that
Hmm.
has all intent of coming in here and beating our heads in, kicking our ass, then I want to see if he has a true pocket to
The
step
Jets joint
up
practice.
into
The Jets
anything.
joint practice
Right.
because when
Yeah.
you put when you
Yeah.
put when you put eight in the box, What is he going to do
Mm-hmm.
whenever you're not playing against your teammates? Again,
Absolutely.
I understand. I hate using this word because Frank Wright uses so much, but vanilla offense, you're probably going to see that during these preseason games, but you will see how the pocket is. But that joint practice, I know some players that want their get back on the Panthers that were here last year. And I know the offensive line wants their get back where Quentin Williams was saying he had 20 plus sacks or this, and that. So you will really know how much time he's going to have in the preseason games, but especially in that joint practice. So
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. I just want to pull. I just want to poke at some nerves.
Hey, it's
Yeah, go
all
ahead.
good. It's
Go
it's,
Hey
ahead.
it's
man,
all
Bryce
good.
Bryce is primed for a good season, fellas. He's gonna do
Mm-hmm.
fine
Yeah.
this year. Y'all will.
Say,
Everyone will
say
see.
it
Everyone
again,
will.
Nick. Say it with your
Bryce will
chest.
be. Bryce will be absolutely fine this year. Don't. He's going to have a big bounce back season, in my
Yeah.
opinion. I
Well, I
think
mean,
Facts.
so.
and it's and like I always say this, and I know a lot of people are not going to agree, but as somebody said, heard it all before in the chat, from Black Cat. Yeah, we heard it all before, and we gonna hear it again, okay?
That's
But
right.
he's one of 11. Okay, he's one of 11 out there playing on that offense, and I said this, and I think I'm gonna put this on a shirt. As soon as we get our stuff, I'll put this on the shirt. Bryce Young is playing quarterback. He's not running the ball. He's not catching the ball. He's not parking cars. He's not serving drinks at the doghouse. He's not, he's not doing traffic out there on Mint Street. None of that stuff. He is the quarterback. Okay, there were, and he doesn't. It's not me saying that he gets no blame. Okay, Bryce gets a lot of blame for what happened last year, but there's enough blame to go around for everybody on that offense.
Mhm.
Not
That
putting
that,
no
that that's
blame
all
on
I'm trying to
Bryce. He's
say.
the best quarterback in NFC South. Damn it. I
Don't
said
don't
it.
make me mute you, Tony. Don't don't
Yeah, come on
don't
now.
don't
Let's
don't
not
make
go
me
that
mute you,
far.
Tony.
Let's not go that far, Tony. Hopefully,
Oh
hey,
God.
hopefully
Oh,
it's a discussion by the end of this year. That's all I'm gonna say. Hopefully it's a discussion. That's all we can hope for.
hey. No, I'm just trying to get on somebody's nerves, Nick. Don't pay me no attention.
Nah, you good, bro. Hey, I will say this. Yes, he is one of 11, but he's the
Mhm.
one of 11.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I
I
mean?
agree.
He's
I
got to
agree.
be the one. You got to be
And,
Neo
and,
from the
and you know what?
Matrix.
And you absolutely right. Absolutely right. His Tony
That's right,
warned us before he made it.
MDJ.
Boy, hey, let me tell you, Tony. Hey, let me tell you, Tony. They're gonna be like, y'all heard what the Couch Scout Extraordinaire said over two fans in the stands last night.
I can't wait.
Hey,
I can't wait. I just want to get him started. I just
oh
want to get
Lord.
him started.
Hey, Mr. Hunky Dory, thank you for the $5 super chat. He said, when does the padded practice or full contact start? Is anyone going
it's
to
next
observe
week.
and podcast their opinions to us loyal fans?
I
Well,
think next
I
week.
It's next week. It's next Monday. If I'm not mistaken,
Yeah,
it's either gonna
okay.
be Saturday or Monday.
Well,
yeah.
if it's Monday, I will be there for it. If it's Saturday, I won't. I'll be out of town. But Doug, you were right, because I promise you, I thought it was gonna come out there in pads today. Because I
Mm-mm.
swear I remember them coming out in pads that first practice
Mm-mm.
we went to last year, but I
You
could be
can't,
I
you
could
can't,
be
you
wrong.
can't do that.
No,
I'm
you
telling you, you
can't.
can't do
You
that
can't do
because
Yeah.
if
that.
you do that,
That's
the,
against
the
the collective
NFLPA,
bargaining
yep,
agreement.
the NFLPA will, boy, you talking about a fine and losing draft
Hmm.
picks, what we don't need right now? Sure, it's gonna come if that happened today.
Yeah. Hey, Mr.
Because
Hunky
tomorrow,
Door, we
my
appreciate you,
bad.
big dog.
Hey, tomorrow is what, Thursday? So
Hmm.
they may be in Shell on Saturday, and
Hmm.
then Monday will
Yeah,
be full. Because Shell is just
yeah. They,
helmet and shoulder pads.
yeah. They,
Okay.
they, they warm themselves up to the full pass. They'll never come
Correct.
out full pass first day.
Correct.
Okay. Roadmaster. Hey man, how you doing, bro? Appreciate you joining us. I think this is your
What's
first
up,
time
Road
up here, ain't it?
Master?
Can you hear us? Uh-oh. Roadmaster. Can you hear us? Okay. Well, I'm take him off for the moment. All right. But hey, hold on. I guess I did walk into that on Panther dog. He's almost a 5 of 11. LOL joking.
No, point five. Point five.
Point five.
He half of one. He half of one.
Oh my goodness. Hold on. Let me see if Roadmaster, can you hear us, buddy? He might be working on his audio here. I don't know. All right. Well, if he come back up, I'll get him up here. But but yeah, man. Like I said, this should be an interesting season. In many ways. Like I said, whether you think we're going to be, a trash again, or you got optimism, and for the people that do have optimism, um, don't not be optimistic. Okay. But I think a lot of us are kind of, tempering our optimism just a little bit, because I'm probably a little more optimistic, than I portray to everybody, but I don't want to, I don't want to put the cart in front of the horse, as they say. You know what I mean? So I'm trying
Right.
to wait till, we can see stuff with our eyes and be like, hey, okay, this is something to work on. All right. Yep. But
So let me
hold
ask this
on.
question. CJ and
Mhm.
PPP, since you guys were on the scene
Hold
today.
on, Tony. Hold on.
Yeah.
Before you ask the question, hey, Will Robinson, man, he said tip drill, fellas. I'll be at training camp in the morning.
Tip
Will,
drill
I
well.
will be. I'll be there with you, big dog. I'll be there with you. Hit me up. Appreciate the $5, man.
Appreciate it, my
Go ahead,
guy.
Tony.
But was there anybody else that may have caught y'all attention or kind of stood out, or you could say had a relative good first day? What about any of the drafted rookies or even undrafted players? Did any of those guys kind of stand out today?
Well, to be honest with you, the only clips I saw Jalen Coker and Sam Pinckney doing some drills. They did good. But hey, the one person that I really wanted to see as far as undrafted free agents was Willie Drew. The man with the
Mm.
two first names of your uncles. Or Willie Drew. I did want to see him. I didn't get a chance to see him because, like I said, he was like the cornerbacks are always way on the other side of the field. But one person I will say who is lightning damn quick is Jaden Sheridan from Old Dominion. I saw him. He took a handoff
What number
and
is
he
he?
was out. I think he's
No, no,
37.
no,
If I'm
no.
not.
Sheridan's not from Old Dominion. It's moments. It's we can hear you. We can hear you, Roadmaster.
Yeah, we can hear
Yeah,
you,
we
Roadmaster.
hear
You
you
hear
now,
us?
Rollmaster.
Hey, that's moments. You meant Monmouth, right? CJ.
I forgot. Yeah, one of them schools. Yeah, maybe it's Monmouth, but it
Yeah, he
was
went to
Jaden
Monmouth.
Sheridan.
Yeah.
Yeah, my
Yeah, he went
bad.
Hey,
to
My
I
Monmouth.
bad.
was I
Hey,
would say
mother
this.
was
How do
quick.
you, Tony? How do you feel about your boy Popo going down? Because I know we talked about it when y'all talked about the
Yeah.
defense, and you
Yeah,
were
number
you were
78.
hoping. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't I was going to ask CJ at some point, were there any other reports that came out to say what his injury was? Because he went down relatively early in practice.
Mm-hmm.
I think I was tweeting back and forth. I think with Ben from Keep Purring podcast, and
Mm-hmm.
then next thing I know, I saw something pop up and say that uh player was caught off the field. He was at number 74 or 78, and I was like,
Mm-hmm.
dang. But then
Yeah.
when I asked CJ who 78 was, he said it was Popo, and I hope it's not something serious. You know what I mean?
Mm. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't heard anything yet, but I'm not even gonna lie. I didn't even see it happen. I didn't see it happen whatsoever. I didn't even know that it was a thing until we had got home because we went and me and the kids went and got something to eat. Went and met my wife and we ate lunch with her. And by the time we got home, and I talked to Tony. He was telling me about it, and I'm like, shoot, this is the first I'm hearing. I didn't see it at all. I guess I don't know if they were on a certain part of the field.
Yeah.
The
It
cart,
said it was
I,
doing
I didn't see it.
individual drills. It said it was doing
Oh,
individual drills.
yeah. Well, that one got past me because I didn't see that at all. But I do hope he is okay. Like I said, I do
Austin
want him to have a
right
right
leg
leg
type
type
of
of
injury.
injury. Got you.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Appreciate it,
Okay.
Austin.
Yeah. Got you. Okay. But yep. I hope he's
Well,
all right. But like I said, go ahead,
where
Tony.
Rollmaster go? No, I said what
I
I thought Rollmaster was up.
I think he was having trouble with his audio. We could hear him. Roadmaster, you still there. We could hear you. You came in the last time you said something. We could hear you, but I don't know if you could hear us. He said not getting audio when I get on panels. I'm gonna just listen on the way home. Okay, I'm sorry, big dog, but well look, we'll be live plenty more times in the future, man. Just we'll get you straight next time. We get you straight.
Hey,
But yeah,
CJ.
yes, sir.
Hey, Dopey, I will not be there. I will not be at training camp till August 14th. The joint practice is the 15th, if I'm correct. I will not be
Mm,
back home till the 14th. I will be
okay.
out of town, so um, like I said, just stay tuned for that. But no, I would not be in Charlotte until the middle of August. So my reliant people is two fans in the stands,
Mm-hmm.
PPP, and our guy Uncle Quan. So, like I said,
Okay.
if y'all want training camp footage and y'all want
Mm-hmm.
the ins and outs, you got three platforms, three content creators that were first in line, or some of the first people in line to give you guys great content today. So, if you're not
Oh, no.
subscribed to those three channels, definitely go ahead and subscribe to them.
Oh, hey, yo, let me tell you, no, PPP was the first one in line, the first one. Let me tell you, I walked up, I was like, I said, damn, I said he wasn't playing. He sent me a text. He was like, yo, I'm first in line. And when you sent me that text,
Hmm.
Prime, we was getting out the van and starting to walk down the street. And I was like,
Yeah.
okay, walked up. I was like, damn, I said he wasn't joking. I said he was at numero uno.
Yeah, because I thought, because me looking at the stands on the general admission side, I'm like, ain't no way that's going to be able to hold 2,000 people. So I said, I'm
Hmm.
thinking they saying it's sold out. You know, people gonna be out there.
Yeah,
Man, when I got there at 7:30 and I got dropped off by Uber because I didn't want to pay for no parking, like
yeah,
like what they were saying. So I got dropped off by Uber. It was only two cars in the parking lot. I walked up. They didn't even have like the things you walk through, the scanners and all that
yeah.
stuff.
Uh-huh.
They had none of that stuff up. I mean,
Yeah, they
Morris
was
Jenkins
setting it
pulled.
up.
Yeah, Morris Jenkins pulled up doing something. I'm just out there just chilling, man.
Hey,
It was
but
Hey,
funny.
but Fishball said you was parked in the handicap spot.
with,
Hey,
with the bus.
what?
The bus,
Fishball
yeah.
said
Look,
the bus was right
look.
next to the handicap spots.
Well, you know,
PPP, when you went live, I was gonna ask you that, but I said nah. I said PPP gonna get me because I was gonna ask you, did you bring that big bus out there so you can carry the players back over the way? Because I sure was gonna ask you that this morning.
yeah, nah, I didn't drive the bus, but I do know that Charlotte FC semi
Mhm,
league went
Mhm.
somewhere. Yes, went somewhere today because I actually
mhm.
was talking to the driver from over there. He was actually at Bank of America picking up Charlotte FC, taking them somewhere. So yeah, man. But no, I ain't driving buses no more, y'all. I done gave that up, man. I'm at the crib now.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
Mm,
Okay.
okay,
Yeah,
I'm at the
okay.
that's
crib
what's
now,
up.
man.
All
Yes,
right.
sir. Had to come off the
Hey,
road for the babies, man.
hey, it's always
No
for the
doubt. No
children.
doubt.
Always for the
Yes, sir.
children. That's right. Hey, well,
Yes,
we're gonna
sir.
go ahead and get up off of here, man. And hey, great show tonight, fellas. Thank you for everybody that joined. Thank you, Nick Tri-State, JJ for Panthers fans only. Am I missing somebody else that's not on the screen right now? I think that was the only ones that were up here. I think.
Yeah.
Blue Swarm in the building. We got PPP, the man with many names given to him by Fishbowl. Okay. Um we got what's up? We got Doug. See Doug from What's Up Doug. You got ourselves and everybody. Go ahead and shout out your platform and let everybody know where they can find you. Blue Swarm, we're gonna start with you if you're still there. Uh-oh. Now you know what? Now what, Tony? Now that might be the one that got the Henny in the half and half in the cup. He done fell asleep. Hey, go ahead, PPP.
You guys are funny. Yeah, man. Hey, man. My name is Demetrius with the PPP Panthers Prime Podcast. You can find me on YouTube or any social media outlet up under that name, Panthers Prime Podcast. And I appreciate you guys so much for allowing me up to
No
speak.
problem, man. Hey, hold on. Look, MDJ said it's past sworn bedtime. Go ahead, Doug.
Hey, like I said, I'm always up here with the two big cousins, man. It's your man C Dougie over at What's Up, Doug. You can find me at WASSUP space DOUG. Again, like I said, show love to all the Panther content creators, but definitely show love to Tony and CJ, man. They're doing great work over here.
Appreciate
Yes,
you.
sir. Yes,
Does
sir.
what you got?
Hey man, listen, I was just excited for day one. See what the rest of the week brings, see what the rest of the week has in store for Panthers fan. I'm just happy that football is back, man. That's all I got.
Yes. Okay. Hey, well, I just wanted to say again, thank you. And to the 80 folks that's watching us on Twitter and 39 that's 40 that's watching us on YouTube. We appreciate you. Thank you for all the support. If you would on your way out, if you haven't subscribed to us on YouTube, please do so. If you haven't followed us on Twitter, please do so. We're trying to get to our first Twitter goal. X. I'm sorry, Twix. My bad. Like we did call it. We're trying to get to our
Right.
first Twix goal of 500 subscribers. Okay, we've met our goal of 1,000 over here. So now we're trying to make sure we have step up our presence over on X. Okay. And but like I said, hey, thank you to everybody. We appreciate the support. And like I said, hey, if y'all coming out to camp tomorrow, I'll be there. Holla at me. I will probably try and go live again in the morning. I'll probably try to go live a little longer this time in the morning. I was trying to get off and get everything ready to try and get some footage and some clips. But I think I will try to combine both of those tasks in the morning. But
Hey,
but
hey,
yeah, man.
CJ,
But we
CJ,
yes,
are you
sir.
gonna bring your selfie stick this time?
Hey, bro. Hey, I got it in the bag already. I got it. It was fun. It was funny. Doug was like, CJ, just bring it. Just bring it. And I was like, nah, man, they said we can't have no damn selfie stick. I'm like,
Man, you better
cause I'm
bring that.
sitting there. Hey, cause I I was sitting there like I don't want to walk all the way back there to drop it back off. Cause I said, they ain't about to keep it. I said, nah, I paid good money for this damn thing. They ain't about to keep it. So, but yeah, I would definitely have it tomorrow. And
Man,
I think Panther Dog said landscape only tomorrow, please. I got you covered. I got you covered. I'll be in full landscape mode. I have the self-leveling selfie stick. Everything be Gucci, man. I got you, big dog. But yeah, but hey, we appreciate the love and support. Go check out everybody up here on the panel on their platforms or social media. Like I say, you can find us at Two Fans in the Stands and all social media. You can find us at Two Fans ITS over on Twix. And again, that's a mixture of Twitter and X, as we like to call it. For those of you that are new, welcome. Thank you for joining us tonight. And as always, I like to take y'all out with three things. Number one, be good. Number two, be safe. And as always, Panther Nation, y'all see the shirt. Keep pounding, man. We'll see you.